session.
Thank you. One more time, a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Why do I feel like we're a little too cold? While we're here is Delta First Business Summit. Can we also celebrate ourselves for coming out to be impacted by value? Put your hands together for yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Nice. Alrighty then, we're all very, very welcome. I must say that it's an honor to be here this morning. It's such a delight to be a part of this. This is a true testimony that Delta is ready to transform, to change, entrepreneurial experience and everything, taking it to the next level. Can we celebrate Mr. Jollof one more time for putting this together to engage, to inspire, to motivate each and every one of us? So we have a delectable set of panelists that are here, and trust me, at the end of the conversations we're going to be having with them, you're not just going to be taking notes, you're going to have a mindset shift at the end of the day. We're going to be doing this for about 45 minutes, and then right after we're going to take questions for another 15 minutes. So while we're having the interaction here and asking questions and taking answers, if you have any questions, please put them down on a piece of paper so that by the time we're done with engaging the panelists, you'll be able to bring them forth and we'll have a swift progression of things. Thank you very much. Alrighty then, one more time, can we celebrate our panelists? Indeed, so we have the theme for today's event, Creativity, a Pathway Beyond Oil. Creativity is something that is ringing a bell at this point in time, and I want to ask a question that's cutting across all the panelists here. Do you consider yourself to be a creative? Do you consider yourself a creative?
Yeah, I do.
Why? Why do you think you're creative?
Okay, I'll say picking something they normally call waste and turning into something useful. That's being creative. And that's what I do for my business. I collect the waste and I convert them to furniture and eco products that are useful and people can buy them with their money. That's being creative.
Wow, can we celebrate her, please? Put your hands together. Transforming waste into good products. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I'll say that I'm creative in the sense that it's not just about me making beautiful pieces for my clients because I'm into the bridal industry. So it's not about making beautiful handbands or beautiful coral jewelries. It's about my ability to solve the problem in that industry. So that's what makes me creative. Thank you.
Wow. That's a good place to clap. I mean, I don't know why you're not clapping and celebrating them.
Good day. I would say I'm creative because initially from my teenage days, I dreamt of working in one of these multinationals in the oil industry. I went to the University of Petroleum Resources and I studied geology. So in the course of my study, my father owns a good furniture company. So I was looking into the company also, and I was seeing things that needs to be amended and things that we need to work on. So after due time, in my 200 level, I went to the office and I told him there are things that I feel we need to put in place in this company to make it move forward. So he was like, thank you for having this such opinion about my company. I really, really appreciate. Can you be coming for weekends so that we can be putting things together? And I will say that has helped us today. We have shaped the company into something that we are proud of. Our speaker said, she combines this waste and she uses it for production. Like me now in my company, the waste we get, we gather them and we have machines that sack them, put them in place so that they can be produced or reused again in the future for something better. So I feel with this, I would say I'm creative.
All right, nice.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. And I would say I'm being creative
because I have the love for PC. All right. Okay. Can I speak? Okay. All right. Let me go, like Mr. Jollof will say, the local dialect. I go say I dey creative because I believe, say, not be just to press phone or press computer, but we try to see how we will use these devices that we have to help their businesses to strive. Having one-time shop is an opportunity because we try to see how we can create a platform that people that have businesses can settle down and do their business and allow logistic companies to move their product from point A to point B. Using technology, we try to see how we can give the customer that is buying from them a security that, oh, I'm buying something from her. I can track the driver from point A to point B until it's being delivered to me. It will give her more sales. It will also give the user an assurance that my goods is coming to my location. Being creative is also trying to look at most of things that we are doing today. Some of us are not accountable in terms of keeping records. But we'll try to build a system with a robust CMRO that we can keep records. As a business owner, can go and say, oh, who buy from me 2 days ago? What think customers like about me? What think customers they talk about me? Some of us as business owners, we don't know feedbacks. We don't see what customers are saying about our businesses. So being creative is trying to use the PC that we play around with to come up with an innovation or a technology that we bridge the gap between business owners, between customers, between drivers, so that whoever that is transacting any business, we have that confidence that I can do something and I can as well get feedback. That is all I can say for now.
Okay, can we put our hands together for him, please? So it is safe to say that creativity is offering value, is doing things differently than you would rather do it. Now, there are lots of people in the audience here who feel like, I feel like I'm creative, right? But I don't know if I'm actually creative. How did you pinpoint, that niche for yourself, that space to say that this is my creative space? How did you discover it? Because some people are multi-talented, they're very gifted, or they don't even know what it is, right? How were you able to identify it and pinpoint that thing, whether for business or for whatever it is that you do?
All right. When we grow up those days, some of us have passion for things we love doing best. And some of us are not given that opportunity to explore what we know. Our parents might be scared. No, don't do this. Like Mr. Jollof said, he wanted to study mass communication, but he ended up studying political science. He ended up studying political science. How do you know how do you know that you are creative? You see a kid playing around with, let me say, carton, and you just see them start molding out things from those cartons. You know that this child has something to offer. If this child can be able to mold a carton from nothing to something, it's being creative. You see a child hold a phone without even having educational background. They can edit some pictures, edit images, videos. So imagine such person having the educational background tomorrow. If I can edit without even going to school, meaning I can edit more if I start having that educational background. That is how you start knowing I am being creative. And if we as parents, as guardians, are supporting whoever that we feel has this ability, I believe, without being told, you will know that, oh, this person is being creative. Let me give an example. We have cameramen here. We have various people here with various activities. I started programming without going to school. I started writing scripts without even attending any computer school. But I learned and I do my things myself by picking up a PC, go on YouTube, look at how things are done. I'll go back again, make mistakes, come back, correct myself, and I keep doing it on and on and on. When I had the opportunity to get the educational background, it was just like a stepping stone for me because I already have that background behind myself. When I was growing up, I had this opportunity to attend Alaja, technical school. But it was like, it was difficult for us as a then. But because of my passion of trying to make things out from nothing, I know that, okay, if I have the opportunity to hold this computer, I can be able to convert this thing to something else, and it will provide value. And creativity is something that you just have passion for. Have love for these things. Know that these things, if I do this thing, not because you want to get monetary value from it today, but just have passion for something. That thing you know how to do best. Just love it for no reason. Keep doing it, and before you do it a year or two, and you start having the background tomorrow, you end up that thing that you love to do best will start paying you in return. That's what I can say for that.
Okay, thank you. So is it safe to say that you cannot be creative for something you're not passionate about?
You can be creative on anything. That doesn't necessarily mean you must have passion for it. Let me give an example. There are some things I can do that I never had passion for. But because I have the ability to write a program, I must go back to learn how to do graphics. Let me put it that way. But I don't have passion for graphics. So if you have that zeal of doing something in one direction, and you just focus on it without diversifying, you will still end up that you still have to go back to do something. So it doesn't necessarily mean you must have passion for a particular thing for you to be creative. But the more you start moving and start going further, you discover that there are some other activities that will still help what you are doing that you have passion for. And you end up that one that you don't even have passion for is the one that you even excel more on compared to the one that you have passion for.
Nice, yes. That's a good place to clap. Let's clap, let's clap. Thank you. Go ahead.
I would say to my young entrepreneurs here that creativity doesn't have to be new. Most innovations are ideas that were reimagined. So you don't have to it doesn't have to be new that it has to come from you. You have to sit down, crack your head to be creative. Most of the times you can just sit here now. Like I can sit here and see some few things I would want to work on in my own line of business. And I'll go make my research and I think I'll come out with areas and ideas also. Like I've reimagined someone else's creativity. And I think that has worked for me a lot of times. In creativity, I think one important thing is that we look at our brothers now in the northern part of Nigeria, also the eastern part of Nigeria, the Igbos and the Hausas. In business, there are people like you really admire them because the tenacity and the way they work, their work ethics, their business ethics is something that you should admire. So I would say creativity is something that you don't have to crack your head looking on how to be creative. You can read and study and just reimagine someone else's idea and reform it to create your own. And I think by that you come out creative also. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you too. Please give it to the next panelist.
Okay, so I'm going to use 2 words to answer the question and then I'll expatiate on it. So I'll say focus and nurturing. Everyone is born with something. Before we came into the earth, God has already given us a talent. And if you don't nurture it and focus on nurturing it, you can't be creative with it. Some of us have certain things that we know how to do them, but we don't really nurture. We just say, I sabi do am, and that's it. We don't focus. We don't make it like, oh, this is what I know how to do, and let me focus on doing it. I'll use myself as an example. I was born with the artistic mind. I could draw anybody when I was way younger. Sitting down live, I would draw a human being sitting live. Anything nature that I see, even back then when my dad used to be in Lagos, when my mom takes us for holidays, and I go there are some schools around the estate, I will come out and they have these teddy bears drawn on the wall and everything. I could draw those things, but guess what? I didn't nurture that fine art thing in me. I didn't focus on it, but I knew that there was something and I moved it into what I am doing today. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but that came in play in the sense that if I look at a customer's fabric, I can tell you, okay, I will make this fan for you. And you will not be able to tell if I got the piece from the fabric that the customer is going to wear on their wedding day. So I could create anything that I want. So in other words, I nurtured my creativity mind or my artistic mind, and I focused on it, regardless of me being a legal practitioner, which we all know when we start like that, you are a lawyer, what are you doing hand fan and beads for? Our parents will surely drag us. Do you understand? But you have to, regardless of however it is, you have to focus and nurture what you have. It's always there. Find it. You just have to relax, find it, and nurture it, even if you are going there for money. Because even when I started as an entrepreneur and I started what I was doing, what motivated me, I will not lie, I will not tell you is passion, it's money. I needed money. I needed money. I was going to my chambers and they were giving me about 3,000 naira every week. It was not enough for me to go from Udu Road to Refinery Road to work. It was not even enough for me to even load my phone to call my colleague and say, oh, are you at the court already? It was not enough to even buy me my bib or my wig or something that I needed for practice. So it was money that motivated me. And I sat down one day on my phone and I just saw something like, come and learn how to do biddings for 3 days. I didn't have 10,000 naira to pay for the training. But I told my mom, I said, Mom, please borrow me 10,000. She said, for what? Hope you want to buy a law book. I said, no, I want to go and train for biddings. So she said, you don't want to drop that to this thing. Focus. You're a lawyer. You were just caught to the bar. This is that. I said, Mommy, do you know that I've even registered a business? I've registered the business, and I want to learn this thing. Just allow me learn it. I'm not leaving my law practice. I'm still going to practice, but I just want to do what I want to do. So I went for the training, actually, and guess what? I didn't, even regardless of after the training, I didn't still take it serious because I didn't want to fail my parents. I didn't want to fail my dad. I didn't want to fail my mom. I was still going to the law firm. But besides that, at night, I would sit on my dad's dining table and I'll be working. And I wake up in the night and say, you are still doing this thing. I thought you'd be ready for your next case for tomorrow. But regardless, I was still working. I was doing all I needed to do. I was begging people to let me attend to their weddings and all of that. Literally giving some people free. So I was really, really nurturing. I wanted to see that people wear my pieces. And when they see, they say, this is Leolish artistry. Sometimes I don't even need to, you don't need to tag me on a post. But some of my friends who know my handwork and know what I can do, we just say, that fan was made by Leolish, because I had nurtured it and I have actually focused on what I was doing. So my closing point is going to be this. There is something in you. There is something in you. If it's money that will drive you so that you become rich, please allow that money to drive you. Nurture your talent. It's God-given. It's there. It can be talking to people. It can be creating things for people. It can be solving problems basically solving problems. Find the problem that you can solve within your friends. Aside me being artistic, my friends, they call me from abroad and say, hey, I miss my boss. Which boss should I take? And I go on the internet and say, this person is in X and X place. What bus should they take to get to wherever they are going to? My friend goes to the UK and misses her way. And she calls me in Nigeria and says, how far? Even 2 weeks ago, she was in Egypt. She needed me to help her do something. But really, let's look at it. I'm a solutionist, that's why she called me, right? It's not everybody that she will call to say, help me find this, help me find that. I'm in Nigeria. I didn't go to Egypt to help her find the solution. I didn't need to leave where I was. But because I'm more or less like a solutionist, she was able to rely on me. So that's basically it. Find the talent in you, and solve the problems within your people before you want to service other people. Thank you.
Thank you too. Wonderful. Okay, let's quickly proceed. But she said something about doing it. She didn't drop out of school. She was honing this skill of hers at the background. So don't become a Mark Zuckerberg and think that you can just drop out of school and go and do other things because of money. All right, so you do it side by side. You're nurturing it side by side so that you're not shooting yourself in the leg. Let me quickly move to the next question, which will be, how do you find, what inspires your creativity? For some people, they would say, some artists, when they're on stage, they have to go smoke, or do something to get a high before they can get all creative on stage and stuff, even though we're not endorsing that. But as a business owner, what's that thing that gives you, is it when you're singing in the bathroom? Is it when you're in the toilet? Where does your creativity come from?
Okay, I would say mine came from the NSAS actually. Because during that time, I was just sweeping the street. I was a road sweeper in Asaba. So the NSAS came. I worked from 2018, 19, 2020, then the NSAS came. And where I was sweeping, that was where they were burning those tires. I would come in the morning. I would not be working. I would be looking at them. They would be displaying, burning tires. Because when they are done, I will be the one to clean those stuff. So every morning I would come, I would sit and be looking at them. They would be burning, jumping, doing disco. I said, God, what am I going to do? When they were done with that job, over 3 months, I was still sweeping. I was still cleaning. I said, how do I change the concept of the ordinary Deltan towards waste? Because before then, I was already into advocacy, Trash It Properly in Nigeria. I've gone to over 3 local governments, sharing waste basket, telling them, trash your waste properly. But when that incident happened, I said, no, I need to change it again. Deltans like money. They want to hear that this thing you are telling me to trash properly, there is money in it. So how do I convince them? I went on YouTube, I searched upcycling, tire furniture, and I saw different design. By March 2021, I picked up 2 tires and I made a table and a stool. That was it. Just the concept to change what people perceive as ordinary waste. And today I've reused over 680 tires to make furniture that I've sold to different states in Nigeria. Just a concept, make people understand that there is value in waste. The pain I went through sweeping the street for over 3 months, I converted that pain to a business today. That pain today has earned me awards in millions. I've won grants in millions. That single act of converting waste to wealth. I not take it that, they don't do it, they are gone, they might go sleeping. No. I said, let me change their concept. Let me change their mindset. Let them see that there is money in waste. And anywhere I go, I don't say it enough. Dirty, na money. Plenty money is in this waste that we see every day. People will ask me, Julia, how did you start? Who gave you money? Nobody gave me money to start. It was just the pain. I went to buy the things myself with my ordinary 10K. And I bought the stuff I needed to upcycle that tire to a table and stool. That single decision. Today I have every equipment you need in a furniture shop. I have it. But I have everything I need to make even a complete set of furniture at home. But I said no. Let me stick to the one that made me who I am today. So most time when I tell the youth, every day you complain, government know they do, this will not they happen. What happened to you thinking beyond the government? I, for one, never thought of even working for salary. My elders will call me and say, Egono, I've seen a job for you, teaching job. I say, I know they work. I don't want to work. That is not my concept. I know that there is something out there that I can do one day that will change the course of my life. And not just the course of my life. Over 400 youth students have been taught under my own skill in this same Delta state. So meaning, I made that decision to change myself is also changing other people tomorrow. So when I tell youth today, be the solution and not the problem. Thank you.
Thank you too. That's a very good place to clap, ladies and gentlemen. Let your pain fuel your creativity and your passion. That's the idea. Please go ahead.
Okay, please, can you take the question again?
Okay, I was asking where you get your creativity from. I was asking what fuels your creativity, what inspires your creativity.
Okay, so nature inspires my creativity, and I don't want to be the churchy girl, but I think the Holy Spirit too tells me what to do. So there are some designs that I've made, and I just look at them, I dream, I sleep off, and I see them, and I wake up and say, I even tell myself it's impossible. But when I'm done doing it, it's unbelievable. I don't know if there are ladies here that I can say something. So you see these 3D flowers that they use in making dresses that come up on your dresses. I slept one day and I just saw it. I made it very beautiful, very golden and very bedazzled. And when I woke up the next day, I went to my friend's office, Amy Agomi. She's supposed to be here, but she's not here. I'm angry with her. So I went to her office and I said, Amy, I saw something in my sleep. Oh. And she said, what is it? I said, I don't know how to explain it, but I saw something. I made a very beautiful hand fan, and it was very golden and bedazzled. She said, I said, yes, guess what? Because the Holy Spirit, God knows how to work in mysterious ways. That same thing, she gave it to someone to do on a dress, and they brought that dress in less than 10 minutes while I was having a chit chat with her. And I said, yes, Amy, that is the thing. This is what I saw in my sleep. She said, are you sure? It won't be good, though. This doesn't look like it can stay on a fan. And truly, it doesn't look like it can actually stay on a board and actually make a fan. I said, no, Amy, I will try it. This is not me talking. This is the Holy Spirit and God telling me that I need to bet something that it's Leolish artistry, not copied. It's Leolish itself. So I said, okay. I spoke to the girl. She taught me how to do it. I bought the materials, and I struggled. I won't lie. I struggled. But I made it, and guess what? It's everywhere today. There is no fan maker. Igbudu Market, Main Market, Lagos, Onitsha, that is not using 3D to do a fan. Who bettered it? I did. The Holy Spirit, inspired me to do it. I saw it. Do you understand? So, the truth is, whatever it is, just focus your mind. Focus your mind on it, and you surely get it right. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Who says that we cannot be inspired by God himself, the chief creator of things, giving all inspiration and all. Let's put our hands together again. Amazing. Well, I want us to do this real quick because we have a lot of questions to take, and then we're also going to take questions from the audience. So let's keep it as quick as possible. Is there a particular place where you feel creative the most? Is there a place you go to, maybe under the sun or in the rain or where? Is there a place, or maybe when you've had fried rice or owa and starch, something pops in, boom. What is that space?
I would say, the place where I feel the most creative is not really in one of those fancy places. I feel most creative in my workshop. When I'm being attacked by the pressure, maybe we are making mistakes from something we saw. Most of these things, being a furniture maker, most times you're just giving the picture. You're not really giving dimensions and all that to work with. So you have to create your own dimensions that's going to fit into that particular prototype you have, and it's going to come out perfectly the way it is. So most times we are overwhelmed. But in that situation, I have to just relax, calm down, look at everybody there, my workers and all that, looking at me and waiting for my response on how to move forward. And when I just see those faces relying on me, I don't know, I just get this motivation that, okay, do it like this, put 1 + 1. And God always does it, it's coming out, it's working. I would say I don't really have a special environment other than my workshop.
So sometimes pressure makes you creative when they're under a lot of pressure.
It just pushes me to my full potential. I don't know why. It's something I just find myself doing. When I'm being pressured, I tend to do more than I expect I could do.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Creativity can come in any way, shape, or form. We're learning that as well. We can clap here. Amazing. Please go ahead.
Well, for me, I'll say I'm creative anytime, any day. What I say so is, she just said something like making 3D prints. You made mention about I'm in my office. I've already gotten the creativity already from here. Oh, he's working, he's making furnitures, and he can't go out. What do we do to make him feel more productive? We don't want to make him feel stressed, so we just have to see how we can come up with a cutting-edge technology that can be able to give him something, so that moment that he feels stressed while he's being creative, he can as well go on a platform without jumping or moving from one app to another. You can just go on a particular platform and get, let me say, paracetamol, for example, to keep himself at ease. She made mention about 3D printings and all of that. Creativity also comes in there. Some of us might not know about the 3D printing. And I was like, oh, how do we not get this thing out there? And that creativity comes in. I'm on my phone. I have the picture of our product. Why can't I put it on my platform, make a sponsored ad, and get people to come buy these products? And she makes sales, I make profit, everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy. Nice one.
What else can I do again? She talked about working with tires. I'm out there working with tires. Many people might not even know she can get those furnitures or play around with tires to come up with concepts. I have technology. My phone is down, buying data, watching things on TikTok and the rest. No need. I can partner with her. I want to get those tires out there. We don't have to sell it here in Asaba or worry. Well, let's sell it out to people in Lagos. Lagos will buy it for 5,000. She will make it here in Asaba for 2,000. I'll get a logistic company, partner with her, make it sponsored out to flood the whole of Lagos, and get it out there in Lagos. I've made my profit. She made her profit. Everybody's happy. It's all about creativity.
Yes.
So how do we get all of these things out there? Just have somebody that you look up to. Have that mindset, like she said, I want money. So you need money, so therefore you must think outside the box. You don't just think shallow. You think outside the box. Get people that think alike like me. And we discover that life is easy. I don't have to start stressing myself to get things done. If I can be able to have people like this, having them, but first, there must be integrity, there must be trust, because she cannot give me a product worth 2 million naira without me having a trust. Neither will she give me a product worth even 100,000 without building a trust. But you must first of all start somewhere and see how we can be able to work with everybody that provides services and get it to people that need those services. Because she might not be doing the job at the same time getting that product to everybody. Remember the first time I met Mr. Jollof, I was like, sir, my app, I need to sponsor this app. And he was like, okay, tell me what to do. I was like, no, sir, no, I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. I just want to get it perfection, but I cannot get 100% perfection. And the driver called in. I was like, sir, the app is not working. People are not booking us from the platform. I'm like, Mr. Jollof, you see what I'm saying? I don't want to just rush and immediately, what do we now do to make this thing start selling? Inspiration came up to me. I was like, okay, there are e-hailing apps out there. Many of us have used them. You can book a taxi right now, the driver will call you and tell you to renegotiate your prices. It pissed off the customer, it pissed off the driver, and at the end of the day, the driver might not get something done. Me that wants to go to an errand, I might go there late. And I told Mr. Jollof, I was like, sir, I know what I'm going to do. I will have to create a solution that whereby the passengers don't have to renegotiate, neither will the driver don't have to be angry that, oh, the price that I'm seeing on this platform from point A to point B is not fair enough. And what did I do? I have to go back to the drawing board, come up with a concept, create a base fare that we calculate based on kilometers and time. And by the time I'm done with it, I went back again to the drawing board and get feedback and this survey from the drivers out there. And they were like, from here to this place is like this, and you have the app, we can use it. And I was like, bros, that be the way you do that, this, waiting the Tokyo. There's a solution out there. But if I did not go out there to start asking questions, to see how I can get this first-hand information, I won't still be creative because I'll be thinking what I have is still going to give me results. But you cannot be doing the same thing and expect a different result.
When you're not a mad person. Okay, we're not going to do that at all. Thank you. Please just pass the mic over to the next person. So sometimes creativity comes from collabo. Did you hear what he was trying to talk about? He did not keep it to himself. He wasn't secretive, but sometimes just sharing ideas with the right people, though, not the ones that will steal it. Just sharing ideas with the right people can help that creativity come to light. Okay, now I'm just going to ask the next question real quick. What happens when you have a creativity block? You are trying to be creative, but you're struggling. You feel like you've met a brick wall. You're at a crossroads. You don't know where to go left, to go right. What happens then?
That was funny.
She said sleep, in case you didn't hear.
Like, I would say you have to have mentors in a lot of things. Like, you being creative, like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be your idea. It can be like an idea that has been reimagined by you. So I would say if something, you meet like a stumbling block, you have people around you that you could like meet for at least people that have gone past that exact stage you're at that particular point in time. You could like meet them, explain, they will share thoughts with you. And I think they say, like I say, a problem shared is a problem half solved. So most times when you like meet people, you also be like so amazed, like why haven't I spoken out since? And so I urge you as youths and people, entrepreneurs, that you should invest in mentorship. You should at least have people that you could bank on any day for ideas and all. I feel if you have one or two of those people, those challenges won't be anything to you.
It won't be as heavy. Please move over. I feel like you've answered the question already. She said sleep.
I've answered the question. So, I will sleep if I have a creativity block. I will sleep, honestly. I will just sleep because probably maybe my brain needs to reboot and rest. So I will just sleep. That's basically what I will do.
I will sleep, definitely. Because most times when I'm drawing, I cannot get what I'm drawing. I say, I beg, I will just drop it and sleep. But at this point, most times my people that work with me do most of the jobs. If I have order, they send pictures, they just do it. But if I'm trying to redraw again, like recreate a new design, and I cannot do it, I will just lie down, or I'll go and drink a liquor ice cream or something. I forget my wahala.
Yes, and bring your mind down. Let your mind be at peace. I was going to ask the next question real quick to find out if you have trainings, if you go for, upgrades and all of that. But I think you answered it in the course of your questions when answering the other time. All right. So real quick, when you have your work out, when you have a business plan out, when you have a goal, something that you want to do you personally critique your work? Do you look at your work and say, this one no enter, this one get the way it be? Do you do that?
Yes, I do.
And is that okay for you to do that as a business person? Because there are people who are listening.
It's okay for you to critique your work. It's very, very okay for you to critique your work. Because you can't bring out something that you are not comfortable with. You're not comfortable or you're not proud of it. So it's okay for you to do something and critique it. It's very, very okay.
Yeah, I would say customer satisfaction is key in business. If you make a product now and the customer you made that product for is not satisfied, I think I will have the worst day. So like most of the times, if I create something and I know it doesn't meet up to my usual standard, I don't care the money I'm losing or anything. I'll just try to like make it right so the customer will be satisfied. To keep my name, my brand and everything in check and in charge. So that's how I handle that.
All right.
Well, critics per se is one key ingredient that will help a business to grow. I'm building something, and I feel this thing is going out to the public. The first thing I have to do, I will tell my manager, I'll be like, how you go someone could put this button here? Then they cancel order. How would they know? There was a day we had over 30 cancelled order in a single day. No reason. And they start calling everybody. And we're like, you see what I was always telling people? Let's criticize this thing first. If you don't criticize something now, it will haunt you later. If this thing is serving me today and I'm happy with it, user experience will be flawless because I'm trying to make a shoe and I like high heel. To the fact I like high heel, it doesn't necessarily mean the next person will like it. So what do? I will post it on my platform and I will tell my team, every one of you, tell me what you think about it. And they'll be like, if I talk now, Oga go shout. I'll be like, no, don't do Oga go shout. Tell me your mind. And at the end of the day, we will cast a vote. I will be like, okay, do you know what? We will do it, everything that everybody said, we'll do it like that. Then let's see what people will have to say. Then at the end of the day, we'll pick the one that have the average and we'll work with it. Because if you don't do it now, we have this mentality in Africa, Nigeria precisely. Customer support, like you said, is 0 over 100. Customers will not tell you directly to your face, even if you're a food vendor, that your food is not sweet. Customers will not tell you directly to your face that this cloth that you make for me is not good. Customers will not tell you to your face that, oh, the length of this window is too short. But if you give them a platform to come and tell you behind the scene, you will be marvel like, whoa, whoa. There are times that Jollof will make some posts. I will call Victor and I'll be like, bros, God Jollof. These people, I know they like these things. Like, you'll be like, calm down. why am I doing all of this is, if the customers are angry and they are not having a channel to tell you, and you did not criticize yourself from the beginning, you are just like pouring water in a basket. Because at the end of the day, you will not even get any results. So why am I not going to criticize what I'm doing? So the first thing first is, I don't have to, how much it's going to cost me. I will first of all bring it out. Let's spoil it. When we spoil it, we rearrange it, then we'll bring it out. By the time the customers are out there, out using it, within ourselves, we'll try to see how we can get across to them, for them to also give us a bad review. Because without any bad review, if you think everything is successful, it's a big lie. You must expect that bad review. And Nigerian or business owners, we are scared of review. The moment we just see one customer just tell us something about our product, we flare up. But trust me, it's going to help you solve 2,000,001 problem tomorrow. Just listen. Get that bad review. That bad review will give you results that will make you even sell better than that one good 200 good review that you are saying. That bad unsatisfied customer that you just listened to that said, sir, your app, your price is like this. Sir, your app, we cannot order for food. There was a day a customer was like laying complaint. I was trying to place a food and you're asking me to add a protein. Why must I add a protein? And the manager was like, sir, I think we have to make this thing uncompulsory. We went back again, we removed it. And customers can place an order without even adding protein. Some people can decide to take a meal without any protein. The next day, that particular vendor that was affected started having surge in price in sales. And I'll be like, I wish we can't invest because this customer is also complain. The next customer that are not complaining might be experiencing the same thing. So if you don't criticize it from your end, and you are the person that doesn't like critics, you won't even grow. So that is just it.
All righty then. We listen. Customers, we judge you. You have to criticize yourself on the inside before you bring it up to the outside. Real quick, let's celebrate our panelists one more time. It's been very engaging, dropping invaluable insights to us. Do we have questions real quick? We'll just take like one or two before we wrap it up. Do we have any questions? We have. Real quick, let's keep it simple, let's make it brief so we can wrap this up. Okay.
First of all, I want to thank Mr. Jello for this wonderful privilege of creating such an opportunity like this, first of all. It's kind of surprising because I was going through Instagram trying to search for an event which I was supposed to attend yesterday. And I just saw this summit at Warriors event. I was like, wow, surprisingly, I was like, there's no way that I'm going to miss out on this event because this is the first time I'm seeing something like this happening. And I want to thank the speakers for.
Do you have a question?
Yeah. I have exactly.
So
let me get to it.
To the question.
It's regarding to what Mr. Jeffrey Barrow said, actually. Have you ever got to a point where, you have an idea, you have a creative idea, and you're doing it, but at some point you just step back based on one or two other challenges financially or something happened. You stepped back, then you're doing something else. Then after some time, you came back again. Has it on any instances happened to you before? I just like to know. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll face challenges like that, mostly in terms of programming. You will face it. You can't run away from it. But the truth is, it's one thing for a man to fall and for you to stand up. Because if I fall and start crying on the ground that I'm on the ground, I will not stand up again. Let me give you a real-time scenario. There was a time we spent millions to carry out campaign for drivers. And we had over 100 and something drivers in Asaba, Keke drivers precisely. They were on the app for some days because we were running free fuel for them. And they would get the free fuel and they disappear. So we'll be like, wow, these drivers are online, but they are not picking up trips. What is happening? 1 month down the line, nothing is happening. I met Mr. Jollof last year. He did a video for us and he posted the video online. Taxi drivers came on board. And nothing is still happening. I told him, I said, bros, stop. There's problem. I told my team, I said, come, there's a big problem. What do we do? How do we solve this problem? Tech is finance. You must spend money. You cannot run away from it. But God being God, we have other projects that also survive us. I called the secretary. I said, you have to go to Abuja. When you get to Abuja, employ 2 people in Abuja. Let them start recruiting drivers in Abuja, and let's get the feedback from those drivers in Abuja. After 2 months, we got the feedback that we are liking what we call a geofencing that will not allow drivers to accept a trip that is far from them. I studied other e-hailing app. Now, time is going already because we have already started campaign since January. I studied other e-hailing app, and I discovered that there's a particular function on those platforms that won't allow drivers to get a trip that is far from them. I went back to the drawing board. I told my manager, I told my co-founders, I was like, what do we do? My brother would be like, you they ask me, go sleep. When you wake up, you know how you take solve the problem. Naturally, you know the right program, they come, go and sleep down, go and sleep. I met 1 or 2 people. They introduced me to somebody in Asaba, and they were charging me close about 7 million to fix that. I told my brother would be like, if let's say you get money, you want to throw away, go back and sleep. I went back. I slept. I wake up, I bring out my game, I start playing Call of Duty. I play game. My kid brother called me from my brother, be like, my guy, you never radio, you go Paul. I'm like, these people are serious. Time they go, 6 months down the line. I'll meet Mr. Jollof, I was like, bros, sorry, I want to fix something. But on a very good day, I woke up. I discovered that what I'm looking for is not even difficult. It's something that is easy. It's already in Google, just for you to know how to write and play around with it. And we went ahead to introduce the distance metrics. Upon doing that, we introduced a system whereby every driver can set what they want. This took me 7 months to achieve. And trust me, you pay salaries, you pay app development, you pay for your APIs without using them. You must pay. But if I look at the constraint and say, because I no go fit survive and I die there, so that means I won't move forward. But I don't give up. That is just my motto. I don't give up. I will keep pushing. Your mind is like a channel to God. If you start having it at the back of your mind, I cannot do this, you will never do it. But if you have it at the back of your mind that I can do this, trust me, it will take time. It will take discipline, but you will do it. You understand? Upon achieving that distance metrics on the app, 2 weeks ago, last month, November, one of my team marketers went out and they came back and they were like, we met somebody. Lo and behold, I thought, not them again, they want to collect free fuel. We don't need them. But to my greatest surprise, we were able to have a partnership deal with a union that have over 60 vehicles in Asaba. This is what we have been looking for within 2 years. But a feedback from Abuja was able to give us a solution that gave us a particular union in Asaba that gave us 60 vehicles on the app. And when you book today a taxi on the app today, there are drivers available to accept. Now, I have solved that problem that affected me last year, November, as of today. Today is December. It took me 1 year to complete. So if I should give up, then what is now my gain? Why did I start the project in the year 2020? If I can survive 2020 to this time, then what is left? You just have to start pushing. Negative mindset, take it out. Expect the negative feedback. Without that, you will not even survive. Just keep doing what you are doing. Trust me, if you are a tech person and you just feel, I know one make him, Mr. Jollof, they make him pass me. Bro, not worry yourself. I know how he started from Bangwe here. So you cannot compare yourself, calculate the numbers of years he has spent, and today, you just wake up tomorrow morning because you just carry a laptop and phone, and you just make one video, you want to trend. You are just wasting your time. You have to put in the work. You just have to understand that if I give up today, you will still give up tomorrow. just remove that mindset from you and just keep doing it. It will take time. It will take time, but you will get it.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Frances, and I came a bit late, so please pardon me for that. My question is directed to the speaker with white shirt. Yes. You made mention, basically you shared your story saying that the first set of samples you had created for your tire business, you had invested your resources on them. So my question is, having had that idea, how were you able to effectively market it?
Okay. Before I had that idea, though, I was on social media, Instagram, Facebook, I was there. So when I Google tire furniture, I saw different designs. So I made my own design from those ones I saw. I started posting my work on social media. People don't even like my pictures, but I post them anyway. I post them every day until I started getting customers. And even when I made the first one around March, before I got another sales again, it was around June, July, a table. So imagine I was still posting every day. I don't care. But I know that I had a vision I wanted to achieve in the long run. I started seeking for grants as well, because when I saw that you needed funding to actually build your brand to a certain level, I started pushing for grants, writing for grants, applying for them, until Dr. Paddy gave me my first grant in 2022. That's after 1 year plus. Then after that grant, till today, I started getting the orders every month, every week. It can't come. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I would like to add to your question. So we all start from somewhere, and we all have families. But regardless of the families that we have social media now. You can't underrate it. You can't underrate social media. You can't see. Facebook is huge, and people are not even there yet. We're always seeing people doing skits on Facebook. The market on Facebook is very, very huge. Instagram, it's even the highest. Do you understand? You have to be on social media. Don't play with it. Nobody comes to my office here and worry to buy anything from me. I sell on social media. Every order that I get for anything that I create, it's from Instagram. Social media is that good. So you have to, regardless of family and friends around you, please don't put your mind on your family will patronize you or your friend will patronize you. They will gas you up, they will do everything. But know that your market space, right, is people out there, not your family. Because your family cannot buy the quantity of things that you are selling for the money that you are looking for. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't have people in my family getting married every weekend, but I have people out there getting married every weekend that are patronizing me. So you need to focus on social media. Don't play with it. Don't play with your social media at all. It's a huge market for that. Thank you.
So we're going to take like just 2 more questions and then we're going to wrap it up. So just pull the mic across. I think there are some people on this end. We've not had anybody from this row. Please, let's take... Can you pass the mic?
Good afternoon. The mic is here.
Okay.
My name is Ife Greatness, and I have 2 questions. And the first one is, the theme of this platform is called creativity, a pathway beyond. And we all say creativity. And what about if you're in an environment like Warri case study where creativity is not really appreciated? How do you do about that? I know there may be like a kind of people say who said so, like his question. Let me just rephrase. I left Warri to Lagos to test run an idea, and it worked. And I came back to Warri and test run that same idea. It didn't work. Secondly, this is a very good event, and if it's Lagos or Benin, everywhere will be filled up. But now that's Warri, we didn't really have people. So I just want to know, how do you cope with an environment that doesn't really accept creativity? Thank you.
Appreciate, let's not say accept, appreciate creativity.
Okay, I'll take that question. So the environment actually accepts and appreciates your creativity, right? The environment does. But probably you haven't done enough work to introduce yourself to them. You can sit at home and think that the environment where you live is going to appreciate you. You need to be out there. A lot of us are going to Lagos and saying, Lagos this, Lagos that. The truth is that a lot of the Warri people there, aside the ones that have done so great for themselves, are not recognized. We all know that. You see this place where we are recognized very, very well. But you don't have to sit in the comfort of your home and look for appreciation. Nobody is going to applaud you until when you are a big man. Nobody was applauding Jollof here until when he became somebody. Now everybody wants to be shouting, Mr. Jollof, Mr. Jollof, Mr. Jollof. Who knew Mr. Jollof before? Sure, we used to play and be shouting, freedom, 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 freedom. But now we're all wanting to associate ourselves with him. So you cannot sit at home and expect that somebody will come from somewhere to come and appreciate you. Be out there. Be out there in Warri, and also be out there in Lagos or wherever you feel is comfortable for you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much regarding your question. Well, I get what you have said, and listen, now that I'm coming to you. Now, your society matters first. Orientation matters too. Awareness also matters. You made mention of Lagos. What is the population of Lagos? Now, listen, hold on, I'm coming to your question. What is the population of Warri? This event, I personally handle the database of this event. And I can tell you comfortably well how many people registered to attend this event. I personally handled the email server for this event. For those that are registered on this event, you will receive email. I handle all of those things myself. I handle the SMS for this event. For those that receive text message. So I know the data that Mr. Jollof pulled out for this event. It's one thing for you to pull the string. It's another thing for the string to dance to how you pull it. You understand? You made mention, people don't appreciate your craft. I made mention of my project. I use Asaba as my case study. Why did I not go to Lagos and Abuja? Even when I went to Abuja, I returned back to Asaba. Not because I can't test run my ideas in Lagos. People call my office every day that we need you in Lagos. Trust me, you see that idea that was appreciated in Lagos, go and test it and put in your money. You will come back to Warri and appreciate us here in Warri. I'm not trying to convince you. Listen, I may not answer your answer. I may not give you a direct answer to what you are looking for, right? But trust me, you must create an awareness for you to be appreciated in your zone. She made mention of something. She doesn't sell to her family members, but she sells to people outside Warri. My project, when we did our statistics, most of the people that use the app in Asaba are not even in Asaba. They came to visit. And so we'll be like, I'm in Ugeli, I'm in Saple, I'm in Agbo, I'm in Benin. So because I received the phone call, I will not just jump and enter that Benin or Lagos or Abuja. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's not working in those locations. But you must have a prototype. You must have a case study. You want to sell that idea you have in Lagos without having a case study from where you started from. Trust me, Lagos will press your truth when you start it. It's just reality. Thank you.
Thank you too. I hope that helped. Not exactly. Oh, wow. Well, but the truth, why are we not giving people mics on this row? We've not had anybody talk from this row. Can we have someone from this row, please? Well, just to add real quick, just hold on there. Just to add real quick to what you said, not everybody is your audience. Not everybody is your audience. It doesn't mean that you're not creative, right? Some people cannot see it yet. When Real Warri Pikin started doing whatever she does on social media, she started in her car, Monday morning motivation. That's where she started from, and she's in Abuja. But she's called everywhere now because she sat down there and said, I'm going to be doing this. The people who liked her, wanted to associate with her, got to her. All right, so keep doing what you're doing in that space. I'm a master of ceremonies. Most of my jobs don't come from Warri. Abuja, Port Harcourt, Lagos, hardly does it come from. That's what I'm trying to tell you. What are you talking about? What's your question? What's the environment? Are you talking about Warri?
Okay.
Okay, I think Mr. Jollof wants to say something.
Okay, let me answer your question. First of all, what is your creativity? I understand your question perfectly because Warri is an environment that if you do not endure, you will be discouraged. You will be discouraged. We've been doing Rich and Famous for, this year will be the 5th year that will be organizing the event. And we've done series of events where there was one that was so bad that when I traveled to Abuja, I said, okay, fine, let me organize the Rich and Famous first in Abuja. Abuja is a bigger market. They have the top-notch people, everything and all of that. I spent so much money. Actually, I spent the money that I used in selling my house in Warri, 60 million naira. Rain destroyed that event. Rain destroyed that event. And same year, it happened in October, and same year, I came back to Warri to organize same event again. I would have turned around and said, I beg, nothing they happen for a year. Warri not give me the money when I want. Abuja Rain all scatter the event. So let me turn, like what he said, that it gets to a point where you switch from what you are doing to another. But I was focused on what I am doing. Do you know what it means to be focused? I was focused, despite the fact that I was losing it. I was losing it totally. But I kept on pushing. Today, I can tell you for free that UBA Bank sponsored this event. And it's not that I wrote to UBA Bank. I wrote to the group chairman, Tony Elumelu, that sponsored this event. Now, we had series of events that we've done, and we showed it to him, and he said, okay, fine, this is good. I can key into it. I can also take that money and go to bed. But I still want to push. I know what I want to achieve. Last year, the number of people we had in this space is not up to this number today. We are growing. You just need to push. It's like what he said, time. Warri is that place where you want to sleep as a poor man and wake up as a billionaire. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. If you say, I want to start a company, or let me say, I want to start a salon. I want to start a salon where I have 3-story buildings, and they'll have a spa upstairs. We have the ladies session at the first floor. We have the men's session. We have the kids session. Start with one person. Tomorrow, that person will recommend you to another person. Word of mouth is one of the best form of advertising. When you do your job well, people will appreciate you. And it's very common in Warri where a lot of people have this lackadaisical attitude when it comes to work. A lot of people feel that because Warri is so small that we know each other. Not be your love be this. Now pay the banana. Now my guy. I used boat one day with one driver. The driver didn't know me, you know. And he was in the car and he was making a phone call. A driver. He was making a phone call. He saw the police. He dropped the phone on his lap. And when he passed the police check, he continued making the phone call. I just said, look at this one. He doesn't know himself. There was one driver that brought my friend to see me. Because the driver knew me. This is another driver. The driver knew me. He followed the passenger he carried to my sitting room. He don't forget himself. Now, he's not being professional with his job. Tomorrow, I cannot call that driver. Even the person he carried was even complaining that why they tight me now. Now you tell him make it come inside. I said, not be me. Oh. So, like what you are saying, that we do not have the environment that appreciates craft, right? But when you do your job very well, people will mock you from the beginning. Keep building. Keep strategizing. Tomorrow you will make it. It is that simple. If you can make it in Warri, you can make it in Lagos, you can make it in Abuja. 1 + 1 for Warri now 2. 1 + 1 for America now 2. Know your target audience and keep pushing. That is all.
One more. I hope you're good now. Can we rest easy? Are you okay? It's okay, my brother. Hashtag no retreat, no surrender. You'll be fine. Okay, can we have one more? You people don't like this rule, though. What's going on? Okay, one from here and then one from here. We're done. Go ahead.
Good day, everybody. My name is Feton Inie. And my question is, you know there are some ideas you have, you just can't share it with everybody because they will steal your ideas. This is not a matter of buying and selling. Oh, I sell this. This is a matter of, like, Mr. Jeffrey, now you are into tech. Let me say you have this idea. How will you, like, navigate investors that will not steal your ideas? Because there are some people you tell your ideas to, they will just say, oh, I'm not interested. Then along the line, they'll steal your ideas. So, yes, that's my question.
Thank you very much. You said idea. What is idea? Your personal intellectual. Idea cannot be stolen. Trust me. I can give you my blueprint of one-time shop for free. Even if you go and host your own app tomorrow, you cannot do it. Trust me. Elon Musk did something when he started his project. He brought out the prototype of Tesla. Everybody copied and started building same electric vehicle. What is the difference? Elon Musk can produce his own batteries. Others cannot produce. So after stealing the idea, you will still come back to me to produce the battery. I understand what you are trying to say. Ideas, it all depends on what you are working on. It all depends on the pattern you want to put in those ideas. If you bring out an idea and you think that is the end of the idea, it is just the beginning of that idea. Potential investors that won't steal your ideas, first, you must have a paperwork to everything you are doing. You cannot just sit down with an investor and say, this is my idea, and just start blabbing, blah, blah, without having a paperwork. Before you start selling in total of your ideas, you must have gotten at least 90% assurance that we have a written document, signed, sealed, like everything is done. Now, by the time you hold and start talking tomorrow, you are not scared. Let me give an example. You are selling your project to a new company. They will tell you, for the next 50 years, you will not involve in this kind of business tomorrow. Not because they are scared. They know that it's your idea. That's why they will forbid you for the next 50 years not to do same thing of that idea. Because if you do it, you will do better than them. That is just how it is in terms of idea. I was speaking to a bank manager of a big bank. He said, Mr. Jeffrey, how did you come this far? I started an app project from some developers in Nigeria. After some time, it was dead on arrival. But you said you started yours since 2021 and it's still working today. What did you do? It's very simple. Anything you think about tech that you think is your idea, trust me, it's an open source. It's on the internet. Go to Google and write it. You will see everything there. But the ability for you to add salt, mangi, and pepper to make your food sweet is what makes you an idea. Or it's what makes your idea different from whoever that is stealing that idea from you. There's nothing you see in terms of tech that is new. Everybody has an open source. Go to GitHub. You will see everything there. Take what you... Okay. How do you find the investors? Okay, where do you find the investors? I'm here now speaking. Mr. Jollof want to invest. Okay, now listen. First, investor will not just jump on your project just because you have a website. How long have you sustained your project? One. In terms of finance, like I said, it will crumble you, it's for sure. But how long have you been able to sustain your project? No investor wants to bring in #1 into a project that doesn't have a spotlight, that doesn't have a future. So you cannot say you are doing a project today and you just expect somebody to just come and count money and give you. He said somebody supported, UBA supported his project. They didn't support him last year, neither did they support him last 2 years. But he said, I sent something This is how our events, and oh, I like it, I want to key in. So before you look for sponsors, there are various ways in terms of tech. We have YC combinators. Like here, I have grants from Amazon. I have grants from Google that I've been using for the past 3 years. Yes, for free. But before I was able to get those grants, I was able to build a data that they can see to know that, yes, you want this money before they will give you that money. So you cannot just expect to just do 1 or 2 things and you just expect them to come and give you money. It doesn't work that way. That is just my own opinion. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Okay.
Sorry, madam. Yeah. Let me. You were sorry to cut you guys short. Yeah.
Okay.
You were mentioning how you attract investors. Yeah. Okay. I have been a Tony Elumelu fan for 10 years. Till date, I have not seen Tony Elumelu with my eyes. Till date. It got to a point where I always talk about UBA. Always talk about Tony Elumelu. And one day, I was just driving to the airport in Lagos, and I videoed the UBA office. And one person just wrote me like, you thought they talk about this UBA self, they don't dash you money once. I said, no. He now said, okay, no problem. He now reached out to someone. Someone now reached out to the group chairman. And the group chairman like, we'd always see this guy. This guy be like our ambassador self. He now sent me money. There was a time I wrote to Elumelu, like, you they follow big people. Like, it's a normal content, like the way we talk, our normal pidgin English. But I was intentional with what I was saying. I said, you they follow big people, see big man, don't come your house, everybody they come your house. You know what, if we invite me, we get 600,000 naira for UBA. Now I'm talking about his brand. I'm advertising his brand. Yes, he might have bigger platform where he shares brand, but for my little space, I'm trying to solve his problem by marketing UBA. And that dragged his attention, and he wrote on my comment section that, I beg no withdraw your 600,000, no. And I slide it to his DM, and I said, I even get UBA card when I want to flex you. Another style of marketing. He now said, you are a smart banker. That was how I got his attention. The next time I got his attention again was when I videoed UBA Bank. And that was when we now had a close relationship. But at first, he said, when I come Abuja, we go see. But I wasn't rushing to see him because when I spoke with my elder brother, he said, try and be the solution of that problem. So try to look for his problem and try and see the solution of his problem. So I was not saying, Elumelu no get problem. You know? Yeah, so I was just thinking, but I kept on pushing. I was doing the UBA thing. Sometimes I would put on a red trouser, a red tie, a red suit. I was just creating my content on my own. I was having fun. How much be data? Data will they look people, they twerk for TikTok and all of that. But I was intentional. So when you are looking for investor to do your business, you have to be intentional. You have to be. It might take years. And at the same time, when you said, if I give someone my proposal, how is he going to invest in me? Won't that person steal my idea and all of that? Who get idea and who thief are two different people. Person will thief your idea, at one point he go hook. You will get the idea, now you get them. You get where you go reach, you not go feel hook. So that is just it. Not the fear, you know proposal away from my laptop. If na proposal choke. If na ideas that they thief am. But when they thief, you go get another one again. Don't be scared of giving anybody your proposal. And it's one thing, some things turn your investor off when you tell your investor sign. You never put money, you tell him make it sign. But like, you go look at like, first of all, you don't even put trust as the foundation of waiting me and you they get. Sometimes that proposal might be a multi-billion-dollar project, but that thing you are telling him to sign, some people can borrow you 1 billion without even signing. It's that simple. So you have to know, first, like I said, you have to be intentional. You need to be the solution of the person you want him or her to invest in you. You must look for the problem and you must be the solution. And that is just it. You don't need to cry over if somebody thief my idea and all of that. Idea many. Now you be God. You are not God. The person who thief your idea will die tomorrow. It's that simple. So don't be afraid to share your idea. Share it with anybody and share it with people that is ready to invest in you and be intentional with what you do. It's that simple. Thank you.
All right, the last question, please. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. In life, we are subject to our environment and we are subject to time. So in that context, in a place like Nigeria where we are faced with economic hardship, as an entrepreneur and a creative, how are you circumventing these harsh realities, and how do you survive in these kind of situations?
Okay, so I won't lie, it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. But you need to be able to deliver excellently to enable your business to grow. Now, I don't look at the economy when I create the pieces that I create. I make them up to standard so that whoever is the end user would still come back regardless of the price. So I don't drop the value of my products because the economy is bad. So let me reduce the quantity or the quality of the item in which I'm producing. Do you understand? So regardless of, it's difficult, but what can we do? We're in Nigeria. We can't take ourselves out. We honestly can't. We're not going to take ourselves out. So you just have to work with what is going on at the current situation. But regardless of whatever you are producing or whatever you are doing, make sure you deliver excellently, because there are still people looking for excellent delivery. We buy some certain things in the market and we know that the quality has dropped. I don't go back to buy anything that I've bought before that the quality has dropped. I look for a new product to buy. Why? Because what you were selling for me before that you have dropped the quality and still selling it expensive, I can get a new product for a lesser amount and it's going to be a very good quality, probably better than what you used to deliver to me before. So the long and short of this is deliver excellently regardless of the economy. Put so much work into it and guess, trust me, people will come for it regardless of the price. Thank you.
I know we have 1,001 things to say, but we're going to have to close it out at this point. Can we celebrate our panelists for pouring out to us this morning? Onakona Davidson, Ufoma Atori, Ijo Okogene Egwolo, and Jeffrey Obaro. Let's celebrate them one more time. All right, so real quick, before they step up, can we quickly do pictures with the first line of panelists? Could you just stand up with pictures? Mr. Jollof would like for you to join us on stage as well. For us to take pictures, and then we proceed nicely. Thank you. Something soft and nice at the background for music will be nice.
Please, a round of applause for all the panelists. Thank you. Keep clapping. To everyone who wanted to ask a question or two and could not get the opportunity to do so, I would like to inform you that there's another panelist session coming up, and after that, you could still ask your questions. All right. My name is Emmanuel. For some of you, you know me as an MC. Others, you know me as a fitness trainer. And for a few persons here, you know me as a tourist operator. There's nowhere in Nigeria that I've not seen. No site attraction in Nigeria that I've not seen. I've gone to the deepest caves. I've gone to the most amazing waterfalls in Nigeria. And tourism is seeing all the lies they told you about all the places that you've never been to. That's what tourism is to me. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next to speak on creative tourism, a key development option, is a business consultant and special advisor to the governor of Delta State on culture and tourism. Is a passionate believer in the potential of Delta State and Nigeria at large, driving growth and development through strategic consulting and leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a sound ovation, Mr. Emmanuel Osasua.
Thank you very much for having me. I want to first of all use this opportunity to appreciate every one of you for honoring this event. And I also want to let you know that we promise that it's going to be eventful. Having said that, I want to appreciate my brother and friend. We've been friends now for almost 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Jollof. I want to thank him for his initiative and his passion towards making the lives of the ordinary man, particularly Warri, better than the way he met it. Please clap for Mr. Jollof now. Having said that, I'm happy with the kind of audience that are here. Business people, young people. The generation is relying on you. The future is on us, with the young people. But I won't go on without giving recognition to my boss, His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, Right Honorable Sheriff Oboriwere, for finding it fit by bringing in the young people to be part of their future. Please put your hands together for the Governor of Delta State. We are going to be driving as fast as we can because I actually have a lot, but my time is limited. First, we are going to start talking on creativity. And it's a good thing my brother here, who is a tourist, is here. And he made mention of tourism is about seeing the lies that you have been told. It is unfortunate that we Nigerians believe that politicians are the owner of Nigeria, which is not true. Nigeria belongs to you. The highest anybody can rule us is 8 years. After 8 years, the person will go. And Nigeria still remain, and we are still here. If that's the truth, it is now saddled on us to start using our little platform to recreate our stories and our narratives. I often say to people that people don't just do things because they want to do it. They do things for a reason. For instance, I'm an investor. I have $10 million to invest. I will not want to go to a place where everything I hear of that place is in the negative, isn't it? So that is the problem we are having in Nigeria now. Bad things are happening in Nigeria, true and good. Bad things are happening everywhere in the world. But we Nigerians should desist from amplifying the bad things that are happening. You know why? So that we can have investors. Today, by the glory of God, I'm a special advisor to the Governor of Delta State. While I'm still on this job, I am not allowed to work in any organization or any company. True or false? By the code of conduct. That is to say, if I am advocating that you should use your platform to paint Nigeria in a way that people will want to come and invest in, I'm indirectly telling you that we are doing it not for me, but for you and my brothers and sisters that are home. True or false? I think there is a permanent challenge of majority of business people, which is raising funds to do their business. I'm going to be talking briefly as a business consultant, even though I'm a special advisor on culture and tourism. I'm a Christian, and I'm proud to be a Christian. So I'm going to be picking up some scriptures from the Bible to buttress my point. If you are with your phone, I would like us to turn to the book of Luke 16 and verse 10. The reason why so many people are rich and so many people are poor. Let's try and Luke 16 verse 10 down to 12. He said, he that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. And he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. If therefore ye have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to your trust the true riches? And if ye have not been faithful in that which is another man's, who shall give that which is yours? This is the reason why some people are rich, some people are poor. The Bible says, in all you do, put in your best. Even though your boss is a wicked man, serve him in the way that your reward might even come from his friends. Because people are watching. Put in your best. Be diligent in what you do. Anything you do, be passionate about it. That's why I draw so much strength from this, my brother here. I don't actually know his name. He said he doesn't give up. That's the difference between a poor man and a rich man. The difference between a poor man is that a poor man he will easily throw in the towel. But a rich man will always want to check all the available means before he will call it a quit. True or false? Please, you have to help me. Then let's come to the finance. How do you get money? How do you get money to do your business? After you have decided to be faithful, you have decided to be diligent in what you do, you have decided to work hard, even when the remuneration is not coming, even when that which is due you is not coming. How do you get money? Let's go to the book of Proverbs 21 verse 20. Proverbs 21 verse 20. He says, there is much treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise. He said, but the foolish man spends it all. That is to say, if you spend all that comes to you, no matter your excuses, Solomon is saying that you are a fool. You are not wise. Because there is a reason why every resources that comes to you come to you. True or false? For every 100,000 that comes to you, it's coming for a reason. If you cannot solve a problem with 90,000, be rest assured that 100,000 cannot solve the problem for you. That is the reason why when you are growing, you must take your financial life serious. You must be deliberate about it. If you check the book of John verse 6, from 10 down to 12, the disciples of Jesus, after Jesus finished performing the miracles, and the disciples said, let's go. Jesus said, no, gather the crumbs, gather all of them, and lo and behold, from 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes, they had 12 baskets of food. That crumbs Jesus is talking about is that urgent 5,000 you send, urgent 2,000, 3,000, 100,000. Without accountability, you must be able to gather your crumbs. I started my life from ordinary, and I've always been responsible with my finance. You know why? There is a reason why I want to be successful. You want me to tell you that reason? Because of my father. My father always carry me to the landlord's house because I'm the one that drives him there. I will see my father begging. It's not now that Nigeria is good. Every month you are sure of getting salary. In those days, you don't know the month you will get salary and the month you won't get salary. My father will go, please, when government pay me, I will pay you. The man, so rude. He said, I don't work for government. So from there, something in me started brooding, like, how do I make money? So I actually didn't grow up like normal people. I got married at the age of 27. Started my life early because I wanted to be rich. Why do you want to be rich? There must be a reason. That reason is what will keep you when the winds of life comes. There must be a reason for you to be responsible. Some of us are irresponsible because we have not had a reason to be responsible. True or false? If there is a reason, you know that your father is at home, the destiny of your family is saddled on you. When your mates are saying, come, let's go to club, you say no. Come, let's go and carry women. You say no. Come, let's do this. You say no. But when there is no reason behind your stability and your attitude, that's when you just go like that. Any breeze that just come, let's go. Pia, you go. Come, let's go left. It's Lagos, it's Abuja. No. There must be a reason for your willingness to do certain things. You must save. Having said that, how do you save? Because one thing is to say save. The other thing is to actually save. Can you really save when the money is not enough? That's the point. Pakistan law says expenses will always rise to meet income. There's no time where you will get to in your life that the money will be enough. That's the damn thing we're all saying. Expenses will always rise to meet income. There's no time in your life that the things will be cheaper. True or false? iPhone 17 is on the way. So the things that you need to spend the money for will always be there. It is your willingness to now say, this is what I want. It's unfortunate that so many people do not realize the pain that the rich people go through. Being a rich man does not necessarily mean you are an unhappy person. Take it from me. You see Elumelu, you see Dangote. They are not as happy as you are. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of courage to tell people no. Because sometimes one of the problems we have, we spend our money responding to the urgent needs of other people. When you check your life, you discover you are not really the one eating your money. And it's painful. And that's the crab mentality. When somebody is doing fairly well in Africa, everybody believes you are their responsibility. You should take care of all of them. That's not true. If you are spending your money without tracking them, without budgeting, you are going to be, that's the problem. You are going to remain on one spot. If you don't remain on one spot, you may not grow. When you hear budgeting, it looks like a big word. What is budgeting? Ability to determine where the money is going before the money comes. Simple. Is this still confusing to anybody? Do you know what budgeting is now? How many of you budget your expenses? If you run your life on a budget, please raise your hand up. Less than 1/3 of the people. So how then do you now track your expenses? How then do you now know when business is doing well or not? Because life is structured in a circle. Everybody will not be at the top at the same time. Once upon a time, I'm a special advisor today. Tomorrow, I may not even be in government. God forbid. But it's possible. Before I came in on board, now I stayed at home for 11 months. Mr. Jalov, you are with me in my house now. I was still balling because I'm a conservative person. I have built my house, built tenant house behind. This rent from the tenant takes care of the children's school fees. My beautiful wife is here with me. She feeds me while my money goes to the savings. Structure. We have structure for our lives. Yes, we have structure. You know why? When you know that the time you will know that this life is harsh, that you are standing alone, is when you have a business deal that you are sure of, but you don't have money to take advantage of it. That's when you will know that this life is true. When you have opportunity, this is it. This is it. Like when I was building my house, I knew if I'm able to complete that house, I won't suffer again. I won't be under pressure. I'm preaching it to this person, he's not understanding. I'm preaching it to this person, he's not even there. I alone knew that if I'm able to achieve this task, this is what the task will do for me. Nobody will understand you, my brother. Nobody cares about you. That's the truth. It is only your wife, your father, your mother to an extent. Your mother will give you, your father to an extent, that will bring out their money even without trusting you. Even without knowing what you are saying and say, take my child. True or false? Oh, these people, Mr. Jollof, I'm done. I want to go. It is only your biological parents and your spouse, that's when you are married to a good woman, that will bring out your money and give you to pursue that thing that only you are seeing. Because one of the attributes of what will work is the ability for everybody not to see what you are saying except you. If everybody is seeing it, just know that it's 50-50. But you see that adventure that it is only you that can see. It is only you that knows. How do you save? You save your money by being private about it. Any money you are not willing to share, you must not tell people about it. Because the moment you tell people about it, until you spend that money, they won't let you go. I miss her, bro. No, I tell my wife. Because she is also from a average family like me. We are coming from the same place. We are coming from the same place. She lost her dad when she was young. Lost her elder brother. Left with just one sister and a mother. So we are not trying to please people. You must be private about it. You must never tell people. After being private about it, you must put money aside in an account where you cannot just at a fling transfer the money out. You must put money in a fixed deposit where you make profit every month. For instance, we have a fixed deposit and we make certain amount every month from that fixed deposit. Because of that small profit we want to make every month, we will rather go and borrow money elsewhere than to touch that money. Am I making sense? Is anybody getting anything? Don't worry, I'll be running off very soon. Keep money aside. That's the reason why Dangote is rich. Elumelu is rich. Because their life is structured. They run on a budget. They have a charity account. When Mr. Jollof comes, he just cuts man and gives to him. When the next person comes, it doesn't affect anything. For me not to be on the end of wickedness, I decided to, on my own small level, 10% of any profit that comes to me goes for charity. When that money is exhausted, even if you are crying, your life is in danger, I will not be able to. Can you give what you don't have? My life is automated. It is. Those people who didn't like me as at 5-10 years, some of them will say, since you started working with Okoa, I've not eaten 1 naira from your money. Oh. Tomorrow when you fail, don't come and say I'm part of the people that made you to fail. They are all eating fat now from me. Those people you think you can help, you must help. You are not even helping them. Because if you are able to build your financial structure, your financial life to a level where you can then hold a family meeting and say, come, you, what do you want? 10 million, yeah, take. You, what do you want? 20 million, take. You, what do you want? That's it. But you must first of all discipline yourself to a level where you can look them and throw your eyes away. Some of us spend the money we don't have shamefully just to please somebody. I don't even have esteem, so no problem. I have low self-esteem. I don't even need you to like me. I'm not from a rich home. We poor people, we are already used to being on the ground. So there's nothing you will say now. It's true. It's you that is from a rich home, so you need to live up to expectation. I have so many people that slice into my DM I consult for them. Free of charge. I don't charge. Because I'm passionate about young people with ideas. Ideas is everywhere, but there's no money. True or false? Ideas is everywhere, but there's no money. And for you to get money, you must be wise. Many people are poor not because of lack of money. They are poor because of lack of management. If you sit down now and calculate the money that has entered your hand this year, you will cry. You will start crying now. They will think I have anointing and I don't have anointing. It's just common sense I have. You will start weeping. If you calculate the money that has entered your account. There was a day I sent money to someone. The person said she hadn't received the money. I told them to print out my account statement. I couldn't even go through it. That was the day the scale in my eyes fell off. You mean me? This money went through me. And when I checked the whole thing, I didn't spend a dime on myself. Neither did I spend a dime on my children. I spent the money responding to the urgent needs in other people's life. And ironically, with or without you, those people will live and live well. Ironically, with or without you, that same thing they are telling you, they are telling it to 10 other people. And they are not telling you because they just want to take it and surge up. It is their lifestyle. Somebody told me, please don't tell brother that you gave me money. Oh. I said, Jesus. I said, don't worry, I won't tell. I don't talk anyhow. If brother asks me, be rest assured I can't lie, I will tell. But brother will not ask me. And truly, brother did not ask me. And I didn't say anything. So some of those people that you feel so much indebted to, if you really love them, you will organize your life. You will track your expenses. That will help you to know what you are spending, what is coming in, and what you should do. True or false? A problem known is a problem half solved. When you know that I'm spending too much, what do? You start cutting it. But when you don't know, you'll be an autocrat. Do you know how much Nigerians make? We get money, man. We get money. We get money, including myself. I'm still trying to harden my heart. I've not been able to get there 100%. But I'm still, when I checked my financial records this year, I'm disappointed in myself. For the amount that have left me unbudgeted for. My wife is in the hospital. She just gave birth. You had 9 months to prepare for this woman. I wasn't there. That's the truth. The problem with many poor people, they want to become a rich man overnight. I've been working for 9 years. 9 years with a good fat salary. I started using DSTV 2022 when I moved into my house. I told myself, I won't be subscribing 45,000 in another man's house. I won't do it. My children never wore Versace, Louis Vuitton, those expensive clothes. My wife never had a human hair until last year. Those are the things we have to go through to get to where we are. And somebody will be using an iPhone 14 Pro Max. And you are telling me to come and check this thing out now. We know the sacrifices we have made. We know. Mr. Jollof, if I'm a special advisor to the glory of God. If I said I want to go to any country, I'm an ambassador with an official passport. But for the past how many years, I've not gone anywhere. It is now I want to start my international trip next year. Not because I cannot go, but because I know where I'm coming from. Who be that person? Oh! So many people do not know where they are coming from. And that's the reason why you can do anything. If you know where you are coming from, you know who you are, it will help you to organize your life. That's the truth. And when you organize your life, you discover that you become more relaxed and you will live long. If I tell you my age, you will be shocked. I don't look it because I'm not under any pressure. I am one person that will tell you no 10 times in a day. There was one day a few weeks ago, I think last 3 weeks. My wife asked me for something, I said, take. She asked me again, I said, take. She asked me, he said, Oni, why are you telling me yes? And I said, this woman, you have come again. Because she is so much used to me saying no. And today, she has a business that runs in millions. My wife is one of the best fashion designers in the whole of Asaba. She makes dress. Minimum she charges is 80,000. Her inflow in a month is nothing less than 700,000. I have been able to build her. I've been able to build myself. Now we can do charity. Yes. I started doing 10% charity a few months ago. At the time, I was not giving anybody anything because me too, I need to be bailed out of poverty. Forget the title. I need to be bailed out of poverty because sometimes we have so many fake big men around. When you tell them to show you their account balance, you'll be shocked. Because they want to live beyond their means. In conclusion, how many minutes do I have left? In conclusion, it's not about how much you have seen. There are some people who have had big positions in the past, seen money in huge quantity. When you check the life they have now and check the life they used to have, you will just know that this person didn't run his life with budget. This person couldn't manage his life effectively. And because of that, they are begging. There's nothing that is as painful for a former big man to be begging. It will get to a place you will get angry. Do you know where I used to be? Oh, God, you are nobody. You did not manage. You did not manage. Forget who you used to be. As at now, you don't have. Humble yourself. And another thing for the business people, I heard some people talking about how do you hide your idea. Collaborate. What is collaboration? Because I have a way of breaking things the way that a small person can understand. What is collaborating? Collaboration is knowing somebody and the person knows you. 16 years ago, we were in a tight Benin Ring Road before it was dualized. And one bus driver, commercial bus, all these are Gofure bus, just beat the traffic and started going. Me too, I followed. Got to a point, his colleague stepped on the brake for him. He entered. Look at me, nobody to step on the brake for me to enter because I don't know anybody there. No collaboration. I was faced with a trailer. How many people do you know in your life today that can step on the brake for you to move forward? How many? Be deliberate. Sometimes we need to bring ourselves down. Meditate. Ask yourself questions because you can't lie to yourself now. If I need 20 million, 100 million, who do I really have that can inconvenience themselves for a period of time and give me this money to say, go and be using it. Depending on when I need it, you give me back. That's collaboration. Stepping on the brake for you to go forward. That's it. How many people do you have? You must collaborate with others. Success is not a solo venture. It's not something you want to do by yourself. It must be me, me, me. No. You must have a mindset of collaboration. You must have a mindset of collaboration. The difference between a poor man and a rich man is how they see money. A rich man is an investor. Not a Sabinus kind of investor. A rich man is an investor. When money comes to him, he's thinking on how he can double that money. But when a poor man comes, we gave one of our niece, we told her to calculate her expenses for the whole semester. We now gave her the money. She's in one of these private universities. She went and ate in a restaurant and spent 20,000 for a meal. And came back and was gossiping. My wife heard and told me. I said, no problem. Not up to 2-3 weeks. Money has dried up. She's now calling home. I said, no. Go and look for a way to survive. When people do not face adequate consequences, they won't change. Those people you think you love, you are trying to help, you are not helping them. Allow them face the consequences of their action. Next time, when they see that thing, they will take off. True or false? Clap if you want to clap. Mr. Jollof. In conclusion, I'll drop this and I'll go. The greatest mistake you will ever make is to start spending the little money you have because you are expecting another money. You have done a contract. They have paid you. They are processing the money. The money has not gotten to you. The ones you have, you are finished spending it. Do you know the reason why some people are rich, some people are poor? You want me to tell you? On my Facebook handle, normally I take questions, but we don't really have much time. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you so much one more time, Mr. Emmanuel Osazua. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a short break for us to show you a mini documentary of how this whole idea was birthed and the point where we are today. Please enjoy.
Upon the discovery of oil in 1956, the mindset of the average Niger Delta youth was bedeviled to depend totally on the oil industry for a promising and comfortable lifestyle. This dampening mentality also left the country with a major economic challenge due to the heavy dependency on crude oil. Although, in recent times, certain changes have taken place in the structure of the Nigerian economy, prominent among them is the entry of the telecommunications sector and the accelerated growth in the wholesale and retail trade sector. Burdened by this realization, Mr. Freedom Opeto-Riche Ashekwoyi, also known as Mr. Jollof, initiated the annual SME Expo and Trade Fair in 2019 to showcase young entrepreneurs to a larger audience. In a bid to spread the gospel of entrepreneurship further, he took it a notch higher in 2023 after his appointment as Senior Special Assistant to the Delta State Governor on New Media by introducing the Delta First Business Summit, a pathway beyond oil. At the inaugural edition of the Delta First Business Summit, we witnessed and recorded success stories from mind-blowing creatives like Fumi Tuoyo, who generates wealth solely from processing coconuts.
Fumi Coconuts is a company based in the city of Warri, where we produce healthy food alternatives strictly from coconuts. As we were growing our brand in the city of Warri, Delta State, we came across Mr. Jollof, who was gracious enough in 2019 to give us a free stand at his rich and famous festival. Oh, that was a game changer for us. In 2023, I was opportune to be at the panel at the Delta First Summit. And aside from being a panelist, Fumi Coconut was awarded a grant. With that grant, we were able to add it up to what we've been saving and got a machine that we've been meaning to get. That machine has been a game changer in production, and we're so grateful. So thank you, Mr. Jollof. Thank you, Rich and Famous First. Thank you, Delta First Summit. We thank you for the opportunities thereof, and we do not take it for granted at all. Thank you so much.
And she's not alone. Countless success stories have emerged from entrepreneurs who dared to be creative. From agribusiness, tech, entertainment, art, to telecommunications, and lots more.
Hi, my name is Emi Agomi. I'm the creative director of the luxury brand Emi Agomi, and also the creative director of the ready-to-wear brand Ameta by Emi Agomi. Emi Agomi is a bridal brand who makes bespoke dresses for ladies who want to look amazing on their special day. I had the privilege of exhibiting in 2019 at the Rich and Famous Expo. I also exhibited in 2020. In 2023, I had the privilege of being a speaker at the Delta First SME Expo, and it was an amazing experience. The SME Expo was a very powerful tool in my business for driving growth and fostering relationships. It also gave me insights to the industry and how the market operates. I can confidently say that I'm grateful to the Delta First SME Expo for the brand exposure, for the opportunity to be able to showcase what I had at the time and also put me on the map.
My name is Umukoro Mudiaga Tracy, and I am the creative director of the brand The Foods Gallery. At The Food Gallery, we deal on everything leather. When I mean everything, handmade production and customization of leather, from your footwears, your leather accessories, and many more. I've always been a fan of quality handmade, like pure leather. When you mean pure leather, I've always been a fan of pure leather. So the Rich and Famous Fest was amazing, and it builds my visibility. Like, I had a lot of celebrities stop by my stand. I had a lot of influential people stop by my stand, and it was like a great privilege for us, and it was a boost for my business, because after that fest, I had massive sales, and trust me, the business summit changed my whole mindset about business in general. That aspect of Rich and Famous, hey God, it's a blast. It's a blast. I really had fun. From the speakers, Daddy Shoki was there, Shagun Manuel, Fumi Coconut, DDs, and the rest of them. I really had fun. And to our host, Mr. Jollof, JJ Jollof, I want to say big thank you to you. Thank you for bringing this together. And I want to say, I for one and my brand love you so much. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Modipa Idowu, head bartender at This Cocktails and More, and creative director at This Waffles House. We are one of the foremost and premium bartending company in Warri, Delta State. We are an event cocktail catering company, and we also have a sub-company where we do desserts for events. We cater to most of the elites here in Delta State, and this has become more than a business. Aside from it being a business for us, we've also been able to create jobs for students and undergraduates that are trying to find their feet in the bartending industry. Coming to the Rich and Famous trade fair, the first edition was really impactful for my business. It was a free trade fair. We didn't pay for the stands or the booth, and we practically sold out. This actually pivoted my business because I got to meet so many people from different walks of life, and it helped to also market my business and be strategic with the kind of clients that I dealt with.
Hello, my name is Eitoyo Adoro, CEO Buka Plus. Buka Plus is a catering company here in the city of Warri, Delta State. We are basically into food production and catering activities. The 2023 edition of the Rich and Famous Fest, I was present at the Delta First Business Summit, where I was awarded a grant. With that grant, I was able to get some equipment for my business. Also, getting on that stage that very day to get the award, it gave me a wide range of clients. This has helped in the growth of my brand. I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Jollof, the Rich and Famous Fest, and the Delta First Business Summit for the opportunity granted.
My name is Goodluck Honorable. I'm a freelance graphic designer and a brand consultant. Does branding for events, corporate events, and other events general. It all started 2012 when I ventured into printing. Then I met with Mr. Jollof. 2012, Jollof was still a CEO with Samsung Cell Electronics. So I did his first complimentary cards. He saw the job and he was very pleased with the job. I became Jollof friend. So from there, I've been doing his job until 2019 when he did the first edition of Rich and Famous Fest at the NNPC Housing Complex. So I was part of the guy that I used as a graphic designer, the printers and other stuff. So from there, the job was massive. So Jollof has really helped my brand with his referral. He refers me, this boy is Sabi. So from there, I ventured into branding full time. Mr. Jollof, thank you.
Dear entrepreneurs, the possibilities are endless, and your creativity is the greatest resource you have. With your skills, talent, and ideas, you can look beyond the obvious and change the narrative. Nigeria as a whole is rapidly embracing any and every means to diversify its economy. So there is no better time to turn that burning passion into profit than now. With this in mind, it is no news that your creativity is not just the pathway beyond oil. Your creativity is a new oil well and your ticket to an inexhaustible life of plenty. The success rate depends on how well you give. So dare to be different. dare to be wealthy, dare to be creative. Now, ladies and gentlemen, creatives and sponsors, it is on this note that we welcome you to explore the beginning of a brighter future as we dig deeper into Delta First Business Summit 2.0.
If you're clapping, please clap. Now to quickly summarize everything you've just watched in that mini documentary, I would love to say in my own words, please start and start now. Start with whatever you have and start wherever you are. If you do that, it will take you to anywhere else you need to go. On that note, I'd love to welcome our next panelist to help us discuss a topic we call From Street to Success. People you know from Iara that have made it all the way to the top, or people you know from Surulere that have made it all the way to the top. Coming up next on stage as one of our panelists to trash this issue, the subject, MC Monica is a Nigerian creative who hails all the way from Nkem Ogo in Isi Uzo, local government area of Enugu State. He is the last born in a family of 8, born on September 10th, 1993 in Ogbu, Onuegu, in Umudim, Nnewi, Anambra State. MC Monica's journey began in Bayelsa State, where he nurtured his talent in fine and applied arts in the Niger Delta University. MC Monica Brand started as a comedian in 2014. The brand evolved, starting with the successful Starch Your Teeth comedy show, which was launched in 2016, showcasing the growth in each of its present 5 editions. He initiated the impactful The Children Must Chop outreach in 2017, evolving into the Ede Sylvester Chisom Foundation, reaching 21 states out of the 36 states in Nigeria, addressing hunger and promoting education. MC Monica also launched the From NDU to the World and Made in Bayelsa campaigns, passionately promoting education. His mission statement is empowering through laughter, enriching through education. MC Monica is committed to creating positive change, one smile at a time. A stellar host for the popular Starch Your Teeth comedy show, MC Monica shines in anchoring events. Notable performances include AY Live, Basket Mouth Unprovoked, Pencil, Unbroken, Jebo, Unleashed, and Sabinus live in London, solidifying his reputation as one of the best in southern part of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and make welcome to a man who has risen from the street into success. Let's welcome MC Monica. Please clap louder for him. For those of you expecting to see a woman, I'm sure you were disappointed, right? All right, he's not going to be the only panelist for this session. We have an amazing woman joining him. Amaomi Ogbe is a public relations expert, brand consultant, and media leader. She's the managing partner at GLG Communications, editor-in-chief of Glacier Magazine, and the first female president of the Life Coaches Association of Nigeria, LCAN. Named one of 100 most influential people of Africa descent by MIPAD in 2022, Amaomi has a postgraduate degree in media and communication from Pan Atlantic University, where she finished overall best graduating student. She's also an alumni of Europe's #1 executive MBA program at HEC Paris, with a specialization in luxury taught in Milan, Paris, and New York. The 2023 recipient of the most influential PR Personality of the Year award by Marketing Edge. Omawumi is a board of the PRCA, the world's largest and most influential PR professional body. Ladies and gentlemen, please jam those hands in a thunderous way as we welcome Omawumi Ogbe. And of course, to champion this session, as always, we have the multi-talented, the beautiful, the versatile, the spontaneous, the seasoned host for so many years. Please welcome the one and only Rejoice Debdekeme, aka Reggie Lively.
Thank you. Can we give them a warm round of applause again, please? We're talking creativity here. Be creative with your clap now. Okay, we're going to keep it real brief, just like we had the first panelist session. I saw that there are lots of people in the audience that had a lot of questions to take. So as much as possible, we're going to be brief here and then throw it back to the audience so we can take as many questions as possible there. All right, thank you so much for joining us on stage as one of the panelists. We're talking about from street to success. Many people feel like I wasn't born with a silver spoon. You know, I grew up in the Bronx. I don't really have so much money or connections and all of that. So I want to find out from you, because you are in that space already where you have grown through the streets to success and you're doing very well at this point in time. We're hoping that you will share some of that with us. First of all, let's talk about creativity. What's creativity to you?
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is MC Monica. Creativity is being able to put in ideas together to appear at a certain result that is... Sorry, creativity is being able to put in ideas together to arrive at a starting point. That's my understanding of creativity.
Do you understand what he said? Do you get it? Do you want him to say it again? Please repeat.
All right, I say creativity is being able to put ideas together to arrive at a certain point.
Okay, we will get there. Don't worry, relax. Calm down. Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think there's no one-size-fits-all definition for creativity. Yes, you could check the dictionary and all of that, but it's really about tapping into yourself, your core, your roots, and bringing something that is unique to you. Because what is creative for me may not be creative for you. And how I interpret my own creativity may not be the way you do, but what sets it apart is being true to myself and ensuring that I'm able to be creative the way that I have been designed to be, right? And that's the beauty about, you know, us being from here, Warri, and just tapping into yourself. The way somebody from Sokoto will be creative is different. And just understanding that it's okay, you know, but staying true, staying authentic to that which you are and to your roots, to where you're from. Even inside Warri, the way I will be creative is different from somebody maybe that grew up in maybe Main Market or Igbudu Market, because our experiences are different. And that's the beauty of it. Just bringing that thing that is unique, that is different about you, that is special about you to the fore, and giving it to the universe to the public. Yeah, for me, that's it.
Okay, that means creativity is creativity regardless of where you are.
Oh,
It's not
yes.
selective of location, is what you're trying to
Most
say.
definitely.
All right, so do you consider yourself a creative? And if you do, why?
I make my money from being creative, so yes, for sure. I run a public relations company, and you have to be creative to be able to do the work that we do. Because oftentimes the clients come and they tell you, we want to push XYZ out. How do you do that? You have to be creative. Or even if you're writing a press release, even just coming up with a headline that will make people stop to read your story, or pitching a client to CNN or CNBC or one of all of these radio stations, you have to be creative. You have to tap in. Anything, one of the things is we need to stop looking at things from our point of view. It's always about who you're trying to reach. It's not always about you. It's always about the person you're trying to reach. If I say something to someone, for example, and the person doesn't understand, communication has not happened, you know? And so maybe I can speak the biggest grammar in the world, but I'm talking to somebody in the village. I have to distill my message so that they can understand. And if they don't understand, the onus is on me to ensure that I give them everything that they need to understand. And so when that hasn't happened, communication has not happened. And so regardless, your creativity needs to factor in the audience that's going to consume what it is that you're doing. For example, I had a client who is very bougie, you know, father was an ambassador, she speaks with a British accent, and then when she's writing, she's putting it on. I'm like, excuse me, but these people you're talking to, they don't understand. She's like, oh, mommy, but this is who I am. I said, I know, but it's about your audience. You need to bring it so that they will understand for you to achieve what it is that you want. Stay true to yourself, but remember who's going to consume your content. You know, that's for me, it's, you know, that part of creativity.
Creativity. All right, thank you very much. That's a good place to clap. Come on, let's do that. Okay, so for you, MC Monica, when I watch you, when I see you, I personally, this is very personal, I see you as an extremely creative person. Do you know MC Monica? Are you sure you do? Then clap again, please. Make it loud. I see you as a very creative person. What influenced you to become this person that you are, this career choice, this path that you're on right now? What was the influence for you?
Okay, growing up, I'm the last born in a family of 8, like he said. And out of the 8 people, I'm the only person that went to school. Then I realized that my dad it's not like he was looking for a boy or a girl. We have 4 boys, 4 girls, and I'm the last. So growing up, I found that very funny because why will a poor man have 8 children? And out of the 8, I'm the only person that went to school. I'm now like, let me fuck this man up. If I enter school, I'll do comedy. So I said, if I enter school, I'm going to do comedy to continue the joke that my father started. So that was how I went to school. I became creative with what was happening because anytime I call my father, there is no money to pay for this. He said, think out of the box. So some of those things started bringing out my talent that, you know, when everybody that started comedy, majority of us came from a very poor background. Because our parents could not afford what we wanted to be, we started looking for ways to maneuver. While you are looking for ways to maneuver, you start finding some funny stories that will convince people to bring money so that you sort out your urgent need. That was how my creativity started coming together, and it started becoming funny. Then I studied fine art, and you cannot do fine art if you're not creative. We are the creators. So, and I did graphics design. That's why I said that creativity is being able to put ideas together, just like all the English way they talk. That no say I worry with this. Some people don't really understand. They just yes. So as a graphic designer, they just give you an idea, see what we want to do. It's left for you to go into your drawing board and create something else, just like everything you are seeing here is out of somebody's thinking. So that was what creativity is for me. Thank you.
It came from family. Yes, thank you for clapping. So family pushed you into that space. Now, personally for you, Maomi, do you think that creativity is something that you learn or is something that is on the inside? You just express it?
I'd say it's both ways. Oftentimes it's innate, it's inside, and then you improve, you sharpen, you learn, and get better. For example, I wanted to be a medical doctor. I'm sure every one of us, when we're growing up, what would you want to be, a doctor and all of that? I was very focused because even when I was in primary school, I made my parents buy me some of these big medical books. In secondary school, I already sort of knew the specialization I was going to do, gynecology. I used to represent my secondary school in physics, chemistry exams, go to the state and write all of these things. So my teachers will be so shocked that I'm in public relations, you understand? But it's always been there. Even as a teenager, when we will go for summer camps, my sister and I and our friend, we started the first radio in the teen summer camp. Maybe I was like, 13? And we will use pidgin, we'll use English. We were broadcasting the radio to everyone. It was even, I did my first degree in medicine, in applied microbiology, and I was going to go and do my master's, But there's just been this thing that was there. And then when I went back to school to do my postgraduate in communication, media, it just sort of drew me in. Like El-Rufai would say, it was an accidental politician. Me, I'm an accidental PRO professional. It didn't just, even my first client, when somebody introduced me, I don't know what I was saying. I just did, proposal. We just, talk the thing one kind, and we made it work. So there is that part that, has to come from within for you. But you can also learn and grow. And creativity is so wide. Like he was talking about graphics, right? I work with graphic designers, videographers, photographers, editors, and all of that. And that's just one part. Then there's strategists. There's people who will bring tactics and tools. There's just some people who all they have to do is sit down and write articles or edit something. So you have to know where you are. And when you find yourself, you need to learn. Because if you think that you've arrived, you're going to be left behind. So you have to sharpen your skill. Whatever it is that you can do, even if it's a joke, if it's, just telling jokes or designing, you need to know what is going on and follow the trends and see where people are moving. There's some designers I used to work with before. They still use Corel Draw. Like, geez, man, who still uses that? I'm sorry. And why are you sending me a Corel Draw file? Because it's a cake. Like, what am I going to do with that? You need to know what is happening regardless of where you are and follow the times. Some designers cannot even design in Canva, and your client is telling you, I want a Canva file that I can edit myself. And you're like, I only work in Photoshop. Duh. You need to sharpen your skill and go with the time, else you'll be left behind. So I think it's both ways.
It's a combination. Okay. Do you want to add something to that, MC? Okay. So what do you do to keep yourself highly motivated? Because sometimes morale is not always high. So what do you do to keep yourself interested in this craft, in this career path that you've chosen? How do you stay motivated?
In the comedy space is very competitive, so to stay motivated, I'm my number one motivation, just like the former speaker said, when you know where you're coming from, you will not give up. When I remember that my parents have nothing to write home about, I needed to change the story. Yeah, so in my family now, I think my parents are very proud of me. Yeah, so I studied in Bayelsa. When I came to Bayelsa in 2012, my dad wanted me to go to school in UNN to study the fine art. Then I said, no problem. I applied for UNN, and then I put NDS as my second choice, Niger Delta University. I didn't want to go to school in UNN, but my parents wanted me to be there because they want, if I need anything, my father can just come to the school and visit me. And when I told myself that if I'm in the university in UNN, I'll meet my cousins, I'll meet some of the people I went to secondary school with, we'll continue playing there. So I needed to go to a different place, far from home, where I can associate with different people from other cultures and tribes, so that I would really know what I want to do to change the story of my family. So that was what brought me to Bayelsa. They gave me admission in UNN in my first choice. I told my father that I lost the admission, that it was NTU that gave me. So I came to Bayelsa. It was like, if you go to Bayelsa, how will you cope? You don't know anybody there. How will they weigh big food stuff for you? I said, there's a park in Onitsha where you can get a bus direct to Bayelsa. So they kept sending me foodstuffs. Then when I got to school, that was when I started cracking jokes. I noticed that apart from this book, you need to discover something that comes out from you, that whether you're paid or not, you can do this. So something that you're natural with. When I was in secondary school, I used to organize my friends, tell jokes. Teachers loved me because I know how to make everybody laugh. I said, why not just start this thing for school? I've already started seeing AY and Basket, their videos. That was how I started tapping from the comedy, from faculty shows, departmental shows. I started cracking jokes, and then I won the best comedian in school. To 2015, I did it back to back. I said, it's defined, let me do this. I did my shows over and over to the point that the governor of Bayelsa State attended one of my shows. That was when my father was now like, did they see my son? He now knew that. My father wanted me to be a lawyer. Person don't know me send me 10K to buy textbook for fine art. I want to read law. So when he now started seeing me with some government official in Bayelsa, I said, wait till they tell them. I said a joke at the crack. That was how comedy sets me apart to greatness. So that was it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Just while you're still holding the mic, yes, please, let's clap. That's really inspirational. If you were to choose again, would you do this again?
I'll choose comedy because the country is funny. Yeah. So it's not really about what you study. If you look at our country, so many people are working where they are not supposed to be. Yes, you study engineering and commissioner of sports. Wait till you are engineer for there. So it's not really about what you study. It's what is in you. Yeah, so I would choose comedy again and politics.
And politics.
Yeah. Because they are our colleagues.
Okay. Thank you for that one. Real quick, Omaomi, during the course of your journey, was there any point in time where you felt extremely discouraged? You felt like backing out? You felt like, this is not for me. You felt like, I can't do this anymore. How did you handle it?
I will... Must not fall. I don't know if there was a time where I felt because I'm very, by nature, just my motivation comes from inside, naturally. And I think it's because I'm very ambitious. And it's the self-dignity, just knowing where you're coming from. And being somebody that, right from when I was in kindergarten, primary school, I've always just been top of my class. And so that for me, there's that self-drive that makes me want to always top myself, not really about other people, but about myself. So I'm naturally motivated. But that doesn't mean that, there's not the times that you are discouraged. Most of the times that I've felt that way is really Nigeria that has made me feel that way. Just looking at the state of the country and the sort of, very poor leaders that we have. That has, some of the things, they've been the ones that have put me there. However, there are times where, there are things you want to see that you've not seen. For me, I just go back to the drawing board. They read my bio. They mentioned I'm the president of the Life Coaches Association of Nigeria. I'm a certified coach, and I've been that since 2015. So I like to set goals. Even when I was small, my dad will always give me, every new year, give me a diary from their company. I used to just write. I didn't know what goal setting was then. But I'll write the 10 things I want to achieve, for the year. And so those things, they help. So I would really encourage us to set goals, write the things you want, put a date to it, and, you have put it out there in the universe. Sometimes when you're, not motivated, things are not going the way you want, go back to it, look at it, and let it just ginger you, right? And then you want to also surround yourself. There are times that you just need to rant. You know, you have a few people that you can call to rant. It could be a client, it could be your boss, it could be, you know, different things, you know, life. You just be able to have that person knowing that they have your back. You can rant. Sometimes they don't even give you advice. That's okay. But you know that you're okay, you're free, you know. So those things, they've helped. Just also knowing that I have a team, that there are people who depend on me. I have a team that look out to me. I need to ensure that we're hitting certain goals. Those things also motivate me and they help me to be where I am. But I think maybe when I was starting out, because when I started out to be an entrepreneur, I created my company. I will print it. I will go from offices to offices here in Warri to go and say, oh, this is what we do. We want to do your strategy and your comms. This time, nobody cares about those things. I was going knocking offices. It was then I knew that there was somebody who asked a question about what if people don't appreciate your creative? Sometimes you may have to leave your location. You may have to leave your geography, you know, to go somewhere else, right? And I knew that the things I wanted to do, my market wasn't here just right now. And so I moved to Lagos, you know? So you may need to step out of where it is, but you just need to know. And it was when I moved, and that was where the people were ready for me and for the kinds of things that I wanted to do, you know? And I'm sure that there's a time that will come where I'm going to come back here to, you know, do some things. But so that part was discouraging, walking into offices and knocking on doors and not being able to get what it was. But I was able to know that I needed to move to where people would really value what I wanted to give.
Nice. Sharp. Clap. Guys. I like the part where she talked about having a support system, because sometimes you cannot toot your own horn. You know, you feel like you can't just self-motivate. You need people who can cheer you and clap for you and do all of that. So yes, have a good support system. MC Monica, real quick, do you feel like you need to be accepted by people when you are doing your creative stuff in your space, in your field? Or you just do it because I like doing it, so if they accept me or not, I don't care? What's the importance of people accepting you?
I think some idea needs time to be able to get matured. Like, I've been following up Mr. Jollof for some time. He wanted to do politics, but he needed to use that Instagram ranting to get people's attention in order to now focus on his politics. You look at the Nas Boy. Nas Boy was a musician. He did music for several years. Nobody was listening to him. He now started acting like OBO. People now, this guy can act like OBO. He now started creating skits. People now started looking Nas Boy from that. Not be this guy where they talk like Davido. He's now acting his own normal skit. From there, when he started getting fans from skit, he now brought out his music. So it's different ways to success. Just know your destination. Like me, I've been doing comedy for 10 years now, but it was last year that people started noticing that, this guy is very funny. And one thing about creative now, they like to follow trend. Yes, Sabinus was my very good friend. We started together. When he started doing skit and he was getting patronage, they want to kill me. Oh, but I do skit now. See your guy, they do skit. He's everywhere. If I do skit, they know they comment for my own. They just be like, your face be like, say you they laugh. Work on your face. But my guy, the worst thing that can happen to you as a creative, you shoot video, say, oh boy, this thing sharp. You post them, 2 years, 8 like, 2 comments. And the second comment, now you reply person. And the first comment, now person where they correct you, are supposed to do it like this. You comment, thank you. So that thing can be very depressing. I think you should know your area of strength. Then I knew that stand-up comedy was my area of strength. Where, like I've seen Jollof crack joke before for Hush Baby. He run now. So that was not his area of strength. He can run, talk about issues. All of us are looking for success, but how we arrive at the success is bent on your own strategy, you know. So So after my friend blew up, he took me like 2 years to be noticed with stand-up comedy. And as I'm talking to you now, he's good in skit making, I'm good in stand-up comedy. We are doing our own thing, fulfilling our dreams. So it's very important as a young person that you know your area of strength. Don't follow trend. It might take time. Like that guy, there was a guy that asked the question, he said, worried people are not appreciative of talent. Everybody is appreciative of talent. You insist. The first key to success is stubbornness, to my own definition. Because when I went to Bayelsa, they say shows doesn't sell in Bayelsa. People know they turn up. I say by the time I do my own thing, people buy into you what you can offer. I started doing my show. I did 4 years in school. I was doing departmental shows from department to faculty, faculty to SUG. When I graduated, I entered the capital in Egua. It took me some time. I began to study why people don't attend shows. You get? Then I started importing my fans from school. Those people that knew me where I was in school, because school is the best place to start entertainment. If you can entertain your classmates, then you go to faculty. If you can entertain the full faculty and the full school, that means you are set out for something very big. Because those people in school, we might be 1,000 in school. Once you graduate, everybody spreads. That's why people that are popular tend to succeed more than people that are intelligent in class. Because when you are popular, like me now, there are so many people that we graduated with. The people that are intelligent, we don't even know them. But you can just open your Facebook and you pop up and say, hey, see Monica, now from my school, and you are in UK. And you write me, Monica, how is the entertainment going? And I tell you, look at what I'm doing, you know, and you'll be willing to support. You got to ask me, you get one guy where they cover book that time where we did school. Where is it? I said, I don't know. So that's just it. Then when I started doing shows in Bayelsa, it took me 2 years after I graduated to stage my first show in Bayelsa. And when I did the show, it was sold out. That was when I made my first 1 million. And people say that people don't buy tickets in Bayelsa. I made 1 million for selling tickets from shows there. And after the first one, after the success of the first one, I started a campaign made in Bayelsa to promote Bayelsa content. I started doing videos talking about Bayelsa because I know that everybody is criticizing the government. So government need people that can make people understand that something can come out from here. I started doing videos promoting the government. Then I went to UK. I was doing a video. I did a video that if they give the governor time, he will change the state to be like Bayelsa. Then the video went viral. Instablog carried the video and posted it. The governor now saw the video. He was like, who is this boy that is talking good about Bayelsa? Because everybody is just complaining. Then me, I'm not saying, people was in the comment section, who be this one? They just carry on and go UK, and now they talk anyhow. But governor don't see the video. So when I came back, I now did a video. They launched an airport in Bayelsa. Then I did a video. The continuation of that video, when I noticed that the video got so many numbers, I said, what do I do to keep it up? So I now, that's where creativity comes in. And I thought about idea. I shot a video when I landed at the airport. Then I did a continuation of when I was talking, if the government can do more work, give governor a chance, it's going to change Bayelsa. The continuation was when I was landing in Bayelsa Airport. People never knew that Bayelsa had an airport. So I organized some camera guys. I landed. Imagination. And that time, I don't even land there. I landed on the camera. And I spoke to the airport people, let me come out from the arrival with my boss. So I came out from the arrival. There was an entourage waiting to pick me. Then they took me to the roundabout, Tombia roundabout. If you are familiar with Bayelsa, I came down from Tombia roundabout. I said, my name is MC Monica, all the way from UK. I'm here to tell you that from Bayelsa, you can attend anywhere you want to attend. Then I posted the video. When governor saw the continuation of that video, he said, I want to see this boy. Then the essays to governor now contacted me. Governor is interested in this your show. That was how governor came to I was in the hotel. They told me that governor is already at the venue. And I drove down. When I came, I spoke to the governor about what people have been complaining about. You need to fix this. You need to fix this. That's where, as a comedian, we also address the ills of the society. But you need to build yourself to be able to have the audience. It takes time. Sometimes I didn't just start. Before I got to the governor, it took me 5 years or 6 years of doing my stuff to get myself together so that when I have the opportunity, I'll be able to strike. So time will tell. When you know what you are doing, give it time. It will mature. People will adjust to you and your own style of comedy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Somebody shout creativity. Now, so can you creatively, I know we've been laughing small, can you creatively crack us up small, just 1 minute, just do 1 or 2. Abby? Just 1 or 2, not too much.
First of all, I want to appreciate Mr. Jollof. The first man, he was so good that in Lagos, they named a street after him, Freedom Way. You get, so when my sister was, my co-panelist was saying, he said every year his dad will give him a diary to write. My own prayer point that they give us. Pray against ancestral spirit. So you have parents that were able to give you what you needed to achieve your goal. We needed to find a Bible backing. Bible verse that will help us. While you are finding the Bible verse, they send you to watch play too. They send you to go message. So you are in between running around for your parents, survivor, sporting bet today, they wait for you to sleep ready. So as a man, and you said something, you said you need somebody you can rant to. As a man, we know the rant. We just quiet. You can get who you want to go rant to. Billing, go enter there. So minus this thing, I was trying to call you to beg you. So as a man, in fact, a more to all the men here, we don't tell story. We just provide solution. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. A warm round of applause for Monica. Of course, and Mayo as well. Do we have questions to ask real quick? Shoot your hands in the air. Let's take a couple of questions and then wrap this up. We still have... All right, so real quick, let's have our questions from both sides of the hall. Your name, your question.
All right, this is a question from one of the media person. I think
Okay.
he's camera shy, so just read. It says, as a business person, how do I apply for grant? That's a question. As a business person, how do I apply for grant?
Just apply. Number one, very important, read the instructions. Be very obsessed with the instructions in any application. If they say 60 words, keep it to 60 words. Use Google Docs. There's the word count you can see. If they say 60 characters, give 60 characters. And also join communities. If, there's small business communities, there are tech hubs and all of that stuff, right? Someone was talking about where do I go looking for grants or investments. Join communities, join hubs, because you're not an island. There's some things, let me tell you, just recently, with Zenith Bank, they did a Zekathon 4.0 in Lagos. And what the total amount was 77.5 million that were to be won free, right? And when they had brought us in to do the PR to help to push the sign-ups, they gave us like 3 days to push the sign-ups, right? We sent to a lot of hubs, communities. I even did, somebody who had met in New York, I can't even remember the guy, but he has my WhatsApp. And I put this in on my WhatsApp status. The man took it and sent it to people in his community, in his WhatsApp group. Let me break it down. When I'm saying community, it's not like WhatsApp group, Telegram group. Just join some groups. And the guy put it there. Guess what? The person that won, number one winner, 25M, was from that guy's WhatsApp group. The people, the top 10, everybody in the top 10, I think second prize was 10M, and then everybody in the top 10 got 2.5M. And also you get support and networking. 2 more people from his WhatsApp group. You need to join hubs and then look out for things. Be on the platforms, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, look out for stuff. We kept sending, even there was another one, I would do, WhatsApp broadcasts, reach out to people, do you know people? These things are everywhere. Sometimes some people say that they're not seeing it and all of that stuff. Sometimes be like, this thing is too hard to apply. If you check, it's 15 minutes. Even if it's hard, do it. Because at the end of the day, this is something that will take you to the next level. You may even not win #1 prize, but you will get resources and tools that will help you to move to the next level, or even just network that you may not need immediately, but you will need another time. So start and ask questions. There are people you can always reach out to and say, show me. If you know people who have done it before, ask them to help you. They can always do. But follow all the instructions. Be obsessed with the details.
Good afternoon. I am Onajite Malcolm Tagbara, Senior Special Assistant New Media to the Delta State Governor. My question is directed to the lady. What is that eureka moment that made you who you are today? That special eureka moment, that moment that made you who you are today?
That's a great question. I don't know if I'm who I am yet. You know, we never arrive. Do you understand? Because you're always a work in progress. But I think for me, it was when I lost my dad. Why? Because my father was like a safety net for me. My father was not like, growing up, I thought my father was the richest man in the world. And it wasn't, you know. We're just comfortable. I cannot say I'm from the streets and all of that stuff, but we're not like wealthy or anything. At the end of the day, wealth is here. It starts from here. It's not about how much you have in your account. It starts from mindset, you know. So I'm very grateful for that. The mindset that my parents, you know, gave me, and they demystified money. So there's no amount of money that anybody will throw at me that will make me go like, oh, you know. No, because it's here. Even though, you know, the account, but it is here. Do you get? So for me, it was when my father died, and I knew that I didn't have a safety net, because I sort of knew that, man, it's up to you now. Even though I've always been somebody who has been motivated, who wants to achieve big dreams and blah, 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 but I was still faffing around a little bit, just chilling. So when my dad died, I had to sit up and know that, man, it's just you right now, and you need to, you owe it to yourself to achieve the things that you want to. And I like to tell this, especially to my worry people, right? We need to stop looking outside, because we're very communal, you know, my father's brother, my cousin, my uncle. Growing up, our house was like police station and hospital. You know, they don't know the lock. Do you understand? There's always people coming in. I used to be upset with my father, like, all this money that you should be giving to us, you give to your cousin, give to your this, give to your that. Do you understand? But we have that mindset. These people who come every day, they're coming to collect salary. They're coming to collect something. We need to look inwards and stop looking at people, thinking that this is the person that will save you. This is your safety net. You need to look at yourself, see yourself as a savior, and tap in, because there's greatness inside of you, especially if you are from Warri. Do you understand? That street smarts, the local, the thing that we have, all of the things. For me, I keep telling people, Warri, I'm very proud to be from Warri. This is the place that made me who I am, that gave me all of the, you know, the knowledge and the things that I have. And it has really helped me anywhere I go. So I would say my dad, and also, you know, just the Warri mentality, that thing. So we need to really stop blaming everything. If we don't blame government, we blame, you know, Chevron, blame the chief for our village, blame this other person. Start looking inwards. Your eureka moment is inside of you. And that's, you are the only person. Nobody's coming to save you. You are the only person that can save you, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel Daniel. My questions go to Monica. You're from street to success, building a creative empire. Please, what's your words for creative DJs? Because in the DJ world, from one equipment to another, from one laptop to another. So for a young and creative DJ, what's the encouragement for them to get a creative empire? Thank you.
DJ Spoil Part. So I think your own uniqueness should be able to set you apart. One thing about young creative, let me, like you are saying, in Warri, I stayed in Warri for 2 years. Many people didn't know. When I graduated from Bayelsa, when I was doing that video that I was promoting Bayelsa, I was staying in Jedo. Yeah, so many people didn't know. I was staying in Jedo. When I finished from Bayelsa, I always see comedians say, for worry, if not worry. I say, I want to come to worry. I want to learn the lifestyle of worry. I want to be grounded in this comedy stuff. Let me know how they do it. So I moved to Warri. I was in Warri doing my stuff in Bayelsa. So one day, one of my friends in Warri, she was doing a party for her, one of her child. She now invited me as the MC. I got there, I saw another MC that was not invited. But he's from Warri. When I wanted to talk, the guy now came to me, was like, who are you? I said, I'm the MC. He said, are you registered? I said, for comedy again. He said, they go register before the whole mic. I said, which one? He said, Nakoma. So I was like, but I don't know you now. I said, who do you know? He said, I know Young Chief, I know Kevin Sapp. I said, so who are you? He said, he's one of the secretary. I said, hold on, let me call. And I called Kevin Sapp. I was like, bros, you get who they here say, you know, the guy I can't give a phone. He said, you don't know Monica. I said, who be Monica? He said, I'm a comedian. The guy got to ask me, how you take Kevin Sapp number? I said, now where you know, now your own stop. You might not know me, but I'm a work in progress. I was trying to learn all those things. Some of them, they like distraction. Once you know AY, or you get AY number, you think say you be AY. If AY no dey there, you don't get level. So you need to give a name to yourself. Some people started doing DJ because they think say Jollof. They learn Jollof get why he learned how to be a DJ. Not only him know. So as a DJ, you need to know your uniqueness. What stands you out of other DJs and key into it. Stand there. No, they look. You go, they do your own. You see another person don't change style. You say, oh boy, man, I change style to that person. Immediately you change style, you are promoting that person that first brought those things. So you need to know yourself, believe in yourself, and then learn how to move. If there is no movement, there is no growth. I used to tell my friend, if you are popular and Warri in a 2024 calendar, next year make sure you expand to Port Harcourt, to Bayelsa, to Lagos. You don't really necessarily need to move immediately. You need to get linked up to people in other states. That's how growth happens. You cannot be in Warri, say for Warri, if you call this Warri, now we hold up. You know, if you hold up. Do you know that those times I was staying in Warri, they do show, they don't invite me. But when I went to Lagos, they invited me to Warri again. So when I saw Amaja, I told him, do you know I was living in Warri? You know, invite me. And I knew if I have stayed back in Warri, waiting for the time where they go call me for this Warri, now we'll get that. We wouldn't have gotten that invitation. It was when he saw me in Lagos. It was when he saw me in Lagos that I was like, we need to invite this guy. So many people are willing to listen to you, but it depends on where they meet you. Environment where they meet you. Like, I'm doing my show in Enugu, December 26th. Last week, Monday, I got a call from the government office that the governor wanted to see me. When I went to Enugu, I went to see Commissioner of Tourism. I was like, man, I want to see the governor. She said, governor, no, they like see entertainers. He's an introvert. I said, me go see him. You go come outside. They don't do that. We are having an event, a government event, when all of you come, we'll now go and meet the governor together. I was like, this is not a group thing. I want to see governor on my own. I left her. I told her I will see governor. You know, go no. We can't laugh. This is a joke. Now, I now wrote to the governor. I included everything I have done, videos with the governor of Bayelsa State and picture. I wrote an open letter on Instagram, sent him. People were tagging him. He ignored it. I did a written letter, sent it to the governor. I was in Benin when they called me that governor said I should come to the office by 10:30. I took a drop. So you need to be ready for some of these opportunities to come. And what made me want to go and do a show in Enugu? I've done a show in Bayelsa. When you conquer a region, you need to dare for more. When I noticed that, because when I left Enugu, nobody even knows, say, me, I'll be a comedian. So people have been seeing my videos. They say, this guy in a Bayelsa boy. I say, I need to tell people in Enugu that from Enugu, you can actually become whatever you want to be. It's the end point that matters. How you arrive to the success doesn't matter. I was born in Nnewi, Anambra State. Everything was all about business. Nobody believed that talent can set you apart. I left there, I went to Bayelsa. They say nobody they blow for Bayelsa. I left Bayelsa, I came to Warri. So it's not really about the environment, it's you. You choose what you become. So I navigated all this area. Now I'm going back to Enugu as a well-known comedian in Nigeria to inspire people. It's not all about your environment, it's you. Become whatever you choose to become. If you fail today, now still you. If you win, now still you. Thank you very much.
I'd like to add something to that. Talent will take you there, but it's character that will keep you. You may be a fantastic DJ, but if you're not professional, it's in the creative industry, most creatives are unprofessional, right? They lie a lot. You're very late. All of these things, they set you apart. Even some of these big celebrities that you are saying, you understand? Some of the reasons why they lost jobs is because of all of these things. And words move, like it moves very fast. People will just, and that's not how they be able. It doesn't show up. Or if you use him for, I know some people that have some brands that have said, oh, what do you think we should use for ambassador or for this? I say, this one, not go take picture, no go post to. Do you understand? And they've lost some really cool cash. DJ, there's a female DJ that I really liked. Again, because she's a woman, I like to also support women. And I invited her. 2 times I've invited her. She showed up late. 1 time she came towards the end. She just sent her boys. But I wanted a female DJ. And that was your differentiating factor. And that's what's getting you into the door. And then you showed up late or sent your boys. Now, I can never book her again, right? Another one. Once somebody come, okay, meet me at 10 o'clock, you are not there. I quickly called somebody else, booked another person. You're calling me, I'm like, man, I will never work with you. So you need to be professional. You need to be on time. They say African man time. So sorry for you. Time, if you understand the value of time, check it out. The richest people, they keep to time. Now, poor man, they late.
Good afternoon. My name is Priya Senekri. I have a question. Most times, some of us, we have tried 1 business before, 2 business before, 3 business before, and it doesn't work out. What advice do you have to give to someone who's about to restart again? Because probably first one did not work, second one did not work, now they want to start again, to put themselves out there, to start this whole entrepreneurship business all over again. That's my question.
I think you need to ask yourself, what business can I go into even on a bad day? I'll still be excited. Like me, whenever I'm cracking joke, even though people don't laugh, I don't feel bad about it because this is what I love doing. Some people go into business because if they move, football JC they move. You where they say we won, you don't even know any player. You don't go buy JC, they dance for TikTok. They now ask you, you get Oshime Jesse, you can't define who be Oshime. You need to know a business very well that even when you don't sell, you're happy doing it. That's what will make you keep pushing in that business. If you like, jump from one business, and one thing about this thing, when you keep working in another man's field, it will hurt you. No matter how much money you are making, the loss will still be much more than the gain. So my sister, I think you need to go into your clothes, ask yourself, waiting as I be do. Where if they don't even advise me, I will feel do and wear. Some of you know how to do fashion, but you see that wig, you want to sell wig, you say na wig money day. If you not be wig, you go see your money. Now fashion. And until you advise yourself, man, this so, you know go walk. You will keep going from up to down, up to down. Thank you very much. That's my own personal view.
I think it was well said. Also, any failure that is not, you don't learn from is wasted. But you have not, I think we should also approach failure from a different perspective. See it as lessons. See it as another way not to do it. But if you don't learn from it, then you have failed. If you learn from it, you just, it's a lesson that can help you to move to the next level. Sometimes it could also be that entrepreneurship is not for you. Sometimes just get a 9 to 5. Do you understand? Sometimes some people's Some people are millionaires. I have some friends who they can buy me 3 times. They work in 9 to 5. Do you understand? You need to know what it is that you really, like he has said, that you can do. And also don't give up. Just start, just do. Ensure that you listen to the data. What it is that made me failed. What can I do better? What can I improve on? And that way you can really, move forward. Thank you.
I think we'll take like 2 more and then
Sorry,
we'll wrap it up.
this question is for the man on suit. You said they should look for something they are passionate about, that they are doing something they are not passionate about. That's why they are failing. The question goes like this. Can't you fail at something you're still passionate about? That's my question.
I said when you are doing something you love, even when you are not making profit, you are still excited about it. That's what I said. So when you do what you like, whether on a good day or on a bad day, you are just happy. You heard when Jollof said he first rich and famous, he lost a lot of money, but he didn't stop because that is his calling. He loved to do events. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand? Do you get? All right, thank you.
Sir, 2 persons I'm supposed to answer. I think the first person that asked the question was that if you fail 3 times, what does it take for you to start again? I just believe you should not be afraid to start again. I believe most people here, they know I started off as an electronic seller in Okere Market. I owned a Samsung showroom then. But along the line, I lost that business because of, let me say, management, recession, and because of the environment. Yes, people, they owe people money, they go buy electronics finish to pay. Now 1 year later, and before you go market, go buy the electronic, the price don't go up. And I wasn't able to manage that business. And at some point, I had to shut down that business. Then I was thinking on another part. I wasn't thinking that, as this electronic don't close, so make a change product from Samsung, make a they sell Sony. No, I knew this wasn't it. I had to shut it down and I had to start again from another field. And I started as a social media influencer. And when I started the social media influencing thing, it took me time. Like I said in my keynote speech, people were mocking me. I had a friend that told me that social media celebrity. He was mocking me in front of so many people. And I told him straight that, oh my boy, this one I put food on my table, not mock my hustle. And he took it serious that, this one doesn't talk like this, so more respect he also. Today, that guy sells cars, and he calls me that, Jollof, come promote my car business. So then I charge him, and he pays a lot. And I can tell you for free, that guy paid me 1 million naira to advertise his business. 1 post, 1 minute post for 1 million naira. I purposely charged him that amount. Now, if that statement he used when I started, like social media celebrity, and I said, don't mock me, make I just leave and make I go find this electronic back again. I believe by now, I wouldn't have been where I am today. Now, when it comes to rich and famous, from the first one, it was more or less like a flop because we didn't have the knowledge, but we kept on going. The second one, it was good. The third one, we had a problem in this worry that people said that show will not hold. In this worry, like you said, worry people not the support, But I kept on, and that was like, the beginning point of Rich and Famous. At the end of the day, that event they said will not hold, we heard it, and it was like, yes, I won't say it's the best because we have more events that we've done, but that was the stepping stone of Rich and Famous first. If I would have said, worry don't embarrass me, make her leave this thing. We for not there today, they talk this one now. That is just the simple truth. And when I started as a social media influencer, and I said, if this app closed today, waiting I want the shop, that was when I said, let me go and learn DJing. I went to Lagos. I learned DJ for 3 months with DJ KYs. 3 months. Do you know what it means? I was paying hotels in Lagos for 3 months. I learned DJing, and I believe no DJ in Warri collects 2 million naira for a gig for 1 hour. I collect that kind of money on DJing. That's my side also. If I find money, I go just go dust my equipment.
Wait.
I go toss my equipment. I don't go make money. I don't come back. When I don't make it, I keep on back. I face my Instagram. After I finish there, I face government work. After I finish there, I do events. I make my money. I cash out. Simple as ABCD. Don't be afraid to start. That is all we are saying. Thank you.
Please, let's keep it as brief as possible.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Emperor, representing I'm representing my brand, Shawarma by Empress. My question is, okay. So how do you manage and overcome discouragement from bigger brands? Why I asked this question is, I was in Jeddah, previous Galleria for shawarma. Then they never know me. So my own is I work with my cards. I shared my cards to all the tables. And the next thing that happened, somebody just came and packed all the cards and just gave it back to me. I was like, madam, calm down. And she was selling chicken and turkey. I was selling shawarma. So we are not doing the same thing now. Why are you packing my cards out? I was like, let me send my girl to go and make it. I'll drop one. The next thing is somebody brought all the card back to me again. I was like, mother, why are you discouraging my business? And what is the problem? So I just stayed outside and share one to people that were coming inside. That's how, at the end of the day, I was kind of discouraged to an extent. Okay, let me at least just try from the outside. So we did. Then last week I was in Brown Hill Collision. I have already packaged the pay with the person, vendor person that, madam, no verse, I don't get money to pay. I need to get money to prepare myself. So after we don't discuss finish, I know quick pay. I said, when I get to the venue, let me say 1 or 2 I'll pay because I don't get money to even pay for the space. So after doing some stuff, when I finally arrived at the place, one bigger brand, they already pay for the space, shawarma space. Say I have not paid. They said everybody should pay before 1 week before the event. So I was like, madam, me and you don't talk before now. I say, you know, quick pay. So
what's your question?
My question is, how do you manage and overcome discouragement from bigger brands?
Go harder, go harder. I love the fact that when you came out, you still gave people outside your card. Anybody can just, from outside, you can even meet somebody that will tell everybody inside to patronize you. I think, like when I was, you didn't hear me? You don't share card again, pack and finish, move, come out. So, like when I was speaking earlier, I said different route to the same direction. When you want to share the card inside and they did not accept, the people you give outside, you can give somebody that will give an order that everybody in that venue should patronize you. All you have to do is keep working on your brand. Like me, there was one time I've been sending Jollof message when I was in school. Baba, he did not reply. I think it's Jollof that commented in one of my videos. Baba, you good. I was like, Jollof, they watch my video. You need to keep turning up. One day, person go say, oh boy, there is one guy for this worry. If no be shawarma, we know shop. So that's how you.
True, very true.
And you go even shock yourself. That person, the person that did that thing, know you. It's your competition. You do better than them. That's why they are dragging all this thing. Even in our comedy space, they go put my name. Some people will go come out. When I come, I turn up. I just need to be ready so that when I get the opportunity, I make an impact that will make people say, why on no color now? So that's what you need to do, my bro. Thank you.
Very well said. I really like what you did when they threw your cards. You went out to share, and that is how you go against discouragement. Let it be motivation. For me, the best things, I think it was Freedom that was saying it. Said sometimes because they say, oh, no, be this boy where we know for here, we grow for here. Oftentimes, it's the people who know you, they're the ones who underestimate you the most, right? Let it be fire. Let it be fuel for you to win. Boss, I always tell people, boss before you brand. What does that mean? Put your head down and work before you try to be, whatever. It's okay. Let them underestimate you. When they underestimate you, they don't see you coming. But don't let it discourage you. Let it fuel your passion and your desire to succeed. And all the time, whilst you are sitting there, always think of new things. How can I differentiate myself? How can I do something different Like me, imagine me coming in and saying I'm going to do PR in Lagos, and I'm not, right now I can tell you, I say go online. If somebody, who are you? Google me. Yes, you can Google me because I've done the work. Do you understand? But I know where I'm coming from. Till today, I know people still underestimate me. And sometimes we see, like he said, you get some places where you go see some kind of people, you know, you used to underestimate, you will be like, among me in United Nations Assembly, You go come, they see, I'm not too small like that. Do you understand? It's okay. Let it fuel your fire to come up. Always see a bigger vision for yourself and use it to level up. But you need to work. The biggest way to shut the doubters up is results. Results, success, and results. Nothing else. Put your head down, work, and everything else will come. No need to struggle. They will look for you, and you get there.
Can we have one more?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Happiness. So my question goes to Mr. MC Monica, rather. From all the things you've said, you are obviously from the street. So my question is, how do you survive? I'm supposed to ask Maumi, but sorry to say, but because of the way Monica is talking about where he has come from and all the things, so I just wanted to ask him the question. How do you survive as a woman, through all this, a lot of things that is going on now? How do you survive? How do you thrive in the business? How do you get support when you do not have maybe financial support from your family, when you do not have somebody that you run to? How do you survive?
I think everybody should learn a handwork, you know. Yeah, everybody should learn a handwork. When I finished my university, I was making T-shirts. I print polo, cap. If you see me where they print polo, you know, no sir, I be comedian, no. So those polo that I was printing, I was using to make money to eat while I pursue my passion. So many people don't have anything doing. They nobody, they support me. If you they plait hair, I tell people in school, if you are a student, in fact, aside these academics that we are using to wine ourselves, everybody should learn a handwork. So that, do you know that if you are making hairs for your classmates, them, say now only you they make hair for your department, all your classmates they bring their hair, they weave them. You don't already get customers. Because when you graduate, they don't automatically be your customer. If you they sew, your classmates, they should be your first customer. That's where relationships are built. So many of all these people that you know that are well connected, so many of them met in the classroom. That's why there are some people that I know, when we are in school, they know they sing. I can't put up show. Person will come call me, Monica, are they rap now? I can't ask you since when now? He said as we graduate. I mean, I cannot give you that opportunity to come and rap on my show because I have not seen you do rap before. So aside academics, as a woman, learn a craft. Makeup day, cake baking day. Imagine say you dey bake cake first. All of us dey here, God knows say you dey bake cake. If one person must patronize you. So many of now women self now even lazy pass. All of them, they find free money. Support me. Wait till they say, they sell polo. How much? She don't know the price. Now, person get the polo. She will come say, wait. She will come ask who they sell. If the person know they online, she not go reply you. You get, even as an online vendor, you need to have idea of the business you are doing. I cannot ask you how much for polo by 1. If they reply me by 5. Because you don't even know the amount. You want to go ask the real owner. So as a woman, there is no difference between man and woman. All of us, they find money. So have something doing. It will help. Are you doing anything that can patronize? What do they do? I know they wear jewelry. I'll buy. Let's patronize. What's your handle? What's your Instagram? Patrons, please. Everybody here, I'm kneeling down. Let's patronize. The way this guy they talk, if she put her for bad thing, no good. So let's support her. Thank you.
I mean, I have a lot, but of course, she said she don't want to ask me because I've not suffered. Again, it's perception. Perception is bigger than reality. I have, had a lot of struggles. Even when I started in Lagos, when they stole my wallet, all the money that I had, my cards, my phones. But I don't see it as something that, I will not put my suffer on my forehead. Do you understand? Because I know what I want. You need to be able to create the reality that you want for yourself. It may sound like a woo-woo thing, but it works. Even inside, I told my sister, like, Mommy, we're not in the same reality. We did. I'm driving, I'm thinking of how much I bought the petrol. But I'm like, you know what? When you are complaining a lot, it repels people from you. Nobody wants to be around you. Negativity repels. Positivity attracts. And so, as a woman, especially in my industry, right? I mean, public relations, there's never been a female president, a PR national president in Nigeria since the 50s, where they born my mama. Do you understand? This is where we are. It's tougher for women. Let's not even start, because this one I'm very passionate about. Or is it that when you go to talk to a client, they'll tell you, say, let me drop 5 million in your account. Now, just come with me to the hotel. What do? Do you understand? You need to take all the things that make you different, all the things that make you weak, use it as a strength, and let it build you. As a woman, you need to know your nose. Don't be afraid to walk away from a table with money on it. Have standards for yourself and decide what you want to be. Know yourself and know what it is. Don't let anybody say, because you're a woman, you don't know your work. Women have to work 4 times harder than men to achieve what we achieve today. And so I'm really rooting for all of you women, and I look forward to seeing more women come up and succeed. We need to support each other to get to where we want to go, and do not be discouraged. Don't see yourself as a victim. See yourself as a victor, and you will get there.
Thank you very much for everyone who participated by listening or by asking questions. I think you can agree with me now. I'm sure they've been able to convince you and not confuse you that creativity indeed is a pathway beyond oil. If you agree, put your hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate Omawumi and MC Monica for their invaluable insights that they've dropped for us at today's session. From the first panel to the second panel, it's been truly phenomenal. One more time, jam your hands together.
Before Emmanuel starts, someone wrote a letter, and he said, this is a business summit, and I heard someone speak, or rather ask, a question on investors. This is to inform everybody in this building that every year UBA, through the Tony Elumelu Foundation, support over 1,000 entrepreneurs annually with $5,000. It is known as a seed capital to start up their business and democratize luck. And another opportunity will be open again in January. When they say go open in January, January is just a few days away. So when they find investors, Mona put on an eye for ground. $5,000 now na big money, very big. Anthony Elumelu Foundation, they give 1,000 entrepreneurs. So Mona put on an eye for ground. Now one of the beneficiaries now even right himself is here. Is known as Jagboro Steven, a beneficiary and an alumni of the Tony Elumelu Foundation. Is the one there. Not be sure. So make una know say $5,000 they won't play. So if you be creative, you define investor. Tony Elumelu Foundation, they give 1,000 entrepreneurs $5,000 seed capital to start up business. Know this and know peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'd love to say thank you to the panelists that just left this podium. All right, for those of you who know me very well, I've heard coming up next would have Wealth. Are you still around? Pray not to be missing when your time comes. Where's Wealth? The man that said worry does not favor him or worry does not support him. It just went out. Wealth. Oh, yes. Okay, yes, you need to be ready when the time comes. Yes, I'm from Warri. I know how I started in Warri. And my hair, this is all my hair. I've been keeping it for the last 10 years. It wasn't actually easy when I started. The people thought I was Raz. You know, when you start dreadlocks, the journey is usually very crazy. But I'll keep the story very short. From being that Raz, dreadlocked fitness trainer, I went on to becoming one of the brand ambassadors. When I mean brand ambassadors, I was actually endorsed with a 6 digits. Yes. And I had ambassadorial trips to South Africa, yes, and to Rwanda. I was the first brand ambassador for Gemstone Ultramat. And I was the brand ambassador for Gemstone Ultramat for 3 years. And I was also the brand ambassador for Button Up for 5 years. That was the same dreadlock guy, the Raz guy that I said had dirty dreadlocks and all of that. All right, coming up next is the Odogu of customer care relationship. Only that line, you already know, right? Good. So get ready to unleash your imagination as we welcome our next presenter. Dr. Segun Manuel is a global speaker, author, and trainer with over a decade experience working in the oil and gas industry and in customer-centered roles. He holds a doctorate degree, HC, in business administration from the Prowess University, USA, a professional certificate in customer service concepts and strategy from the Metropolitan School of Business and Management, UK, and a BSc accounting from Delta State University, Abrakan, Nigeria. Segun is a chartered certified management consultant, a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultant, a learning and development practitioner, LDP, with the Learning and Development Network International. Please, ladies and gentlemen, if we go on, we won't leave here. Just give it up for the one and only Dr. Segun Manuel.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like you to turn to one person by your side and ask the person, how far? How far? Turn to the person at the back row from your seat and ask the person, how far? I know that many of us are tired, but indulge me. In the next 10 minutes, I'll be done with my presentation, and I can assure you that we will get value today. First of all, let's put our hands together for Mr. Jollof for putting this together. Thank you, sir. Please, let's give him a standing ovation for putting this together absolutely free of charge, right? I do trainings, and if I do a training like this, you will not pay anything less than 50K to be in this hall. But he's doing it for us absolutely free. Please, let's clap properly for him for doing this for us. Thank you so much, and thank you for being consistent. We were here last year, and we're here. You may be seated. Thank you so much. I've been asked to speak on branding for strategic and sustainable growth, right? And I'd like us to take down notes so that if you never get anything for which they talk since morning, at least you get something from what I'm going to say now, right? So please take notes. Branding is more than a logo. How many of us agree? When you hear branding, first thing that many people think is, oh, I have a name, I have a logo, I have color. But I can tell you that it is the perception that the customers has about your business. Jollof that we know today is a brand, and we have a perception about him. We know what Jollof can do because he has been consistent in doing that, and it has formed a part of his brand. A part of the Jollof brand today is the Warri brand that we know. So when you hear Mr. Jollof anywhere, your mind comes to, this is a Warri brand, is it not? So that is the perception that customers have about his brand. It encompasses your values, your vision, and the emotional connection you build with the audience. Can you hear me? Are we okay? It encompasses your values, your vision, and the connection that people have to that brand. There's a connection that we all have to the Mr. Jollof brand today. That's why many of us are here. Somebody shared earlier on that he just heard about this program yesterday, saw it online. Because he knows Mr. Jollof and has that connection to him, he is here today. Why is it important that you have a strategic brand? It differentiates you and stands you out of the market. By looking at comedians today, what Jollof is doing here is not common for all comedians to have a program that does financial, that does entrepreneurship, literacy for us to come and learn. Many comedians who do shows, we have big names. We know them. But the differentiating factor between Mr. Jollof and them is that he does this and he gives back to his society. He could have gone to do this in Lagos. He could have gone to do it in Asaba. But he came to Warri to do it because that's his differentiating factor. It also helps you, importance of brand building now, it helps you build trust. We all trust the Jollof brand. So when he shares with us that there's going to be a $5,000 initiative, we believe him because we trust him. We've seen what he does before. Many of us have benefited from the initiatives he has online. So branding builds trust. What else does branding do? It helps you attract opportunities. It is not everybody that the Tony Elumelu Foundation associates with. They associate with Jollof because they know that this man has a brand of helping and doesn't just have a brand of helping. He also helps his community. So if they want to reach out to people in Warri, for example, they can reach out to him. Somebody paid him $1 million to do advert in this Warri. Why did the person trust him with his $1 million? Because he knows that this man will be able to get me the opportunities that I want that are available in the city. What are some elements of sustainable brand? I'm rushing. Some elements, I'll just pick 3 of elements of sustainable brands. Number 1 is consistency. I can't say that enough about Mr. Jollof. He has been consistent. I'm using him as an example because he's someone we know. Many of us know my brand. I've been consistent. What am I consistent with? What am I consistent with? Customer service. Fantastic. So if people want to know about your brand, they want to ask what you are consistent with, right? Number 2, authenticity as an element of a sustainable brand. Your brand must be authentic. It must be authentic. We must know that this is what you are. See the Mr. Jollof brand. He doesn't separate Pidgin English from himself. There's that authenticity. We know that this one is Warri. And when we talk about Warri, the Pidgin English is there and is very authentic. Number 3, there must be an engagement. There must be community engagement. So every brand strives to have a community. So you see, when Jollof says something online today, for example, everybody that is related to that brand always go there. That's why every time he says something, there was a time he said something, and I can't remember exactly what it was he said, but he said something and people were attacking him for saying, he said something about money, right? How many of us remember? How many of us remember? Well, he said something about money and people were attacking, and that attack was because he has that community that would usually and regularly listen to him. For you to have an authentic brand, you must have a community. There's what they, if you look at Davido now, let me give an example with that. Davido has a community, right? What's the community called? 30BG. The name of the other guy, Wizkid, has a community. What's it called? So every brand struggles to have a community. So if you want to build an authentic brand, you must have a community that you are feeding. What are some of the steps to build a strong brand? You must define your brand purpose. What problem do you want to solve? There was a question that came and somebody was asking about, I think it was a comedian guy who said, look for the problem you want to solve, find the solution. People will gravitate towards solution. I'll say that again. People gravitate towards solution. So it's the solution that your brand is providing that the people will gravitate towards. You must know the target audience. You must know the target audience. You cannot be everything to everyone. There are people you are called to serve. You must find your tribe and serve your tribe. Many times the problem is that many of us do not know who our tribe is. So we assume that we have a product that can serve everybody. But let me tell you this. You can't serve everybody. No church can take all the members. No business can have everybody buying from them. You must find that audience and find the people that are your target audience, and then you serve them. Number 3, you must create a visual identity. If you see an apple that is chopped from one corner, what do you remember? Apple, iPhone, and Apple computers, right? If you see a logo, like if you see the Shell logo, what do you remember? You remember Shell, is it not? If you see Coca-Cola written in that particular way in red, what do you remember? Coke, right? I can write Coke in different ways. If it's not red in that shape, you will not relate it to Coca-Cola. So every brand must have a visual identity, and then you must know how to communicate. We talked a lot about that. You must know how to communicate effectively, and you must leverage social media and storytelling. Well, I was talking with our wonderful panelist here, and she said, "Oh, I'm not very active on social media. I just post and go away." Yes, it's fine. It's fine that she does that. But in today's world, the people who are making headway online and in business are people who are active and engaging on social media. If I mention names, you will know them. We need to begin to do that. You need to begin to engage more and communicate effectively. For you to communicate effectively, you must know that there's a language that your audience hear, and you must speak that language so that they can hear and understand you. All right? Let me do a quick communication exercise. Everybody listen up. Are you listening? Are you listening? Everybody listen up. Let's show that communication is on. So, everybody, repeat after me, right? Repeat after me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who is the speaker coming after me? Some people didn't get it. Repeat after me again, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the number after 4? So you see, at the initial stage, many people didn't get me. Even though we were communicating, you were listening, but you didn't get me. You know why? You were listening with your own mind. You were thinking what you were thinking and not what I was saying. I asked, repeat after me. You heard that. I said, what is 1? You repeated 2. You repeated 3. What is the number after 4? Or who is the speaker after me? Everybody was looking like. All you needed to do was, who is the speaker? So it shows the point that you need to communicate effectively. Number 5, deliver value and focus on quality and customer experience. This is where I'm going to pause. Deliver value and focus on customer experience. For those that don't know me, I'm a certified customer service trainer, and that is what I do for a living. And I am based in Warri here. Because I deliver value and I focus on delivering good customer service to my customers, I've been able to do the same thing in Warri here across Nigeria and even outside Nigeria. In this year alone, we have trained over 5 real estate companies on essential customer service delivery. And let me shock you, those 5 real estate companies are not located in Warri. I am not located in Lagos. I'm in Warri here using this tool that we all have to be able to drive this message that I have to the world. And the world is reaching out to me. Let me tell you this story, guys. Recently, how many of us have heard of Sujimoto? Sujimoto Real Estate Company. They reached out to me to say, we've seen what you are doing. By the way, I've trained, if I mention their names, AY Homes, Sterling Homes, Alpha Nobis Real Estate. When Sujimoto got to me, and you see, when I finish this training, for those that know me and follow me, immediately I go and post it there that, oh, we just finished this real estate training for this real estate company. We just finished this real estate training for this real estate company. And Sujimoto, they sent a mail to me. I didn't pitch to them. I didn't sell to them. What did I do? I posted it online. That's why I thought, let me tell you guys, there are more people watching you than you think. Whether you are in Warri or not, deliver value. Value will speak in Warri, in Lagos, online, offline. Value is value. The things you buy today online, the things you buy everywhere, do you know the people before you buy it? You know that there is value there. To build a brand, you must build value. So I was telling you the Sujimoto story. They came and said, we need you to train our staff from one particular part of our business. We've seen what you've done online. When people come to you and say, how much do you charge? They don't ask you, tell us what you can do and how. It's very sweet, is it not? They just came and said, so how much do you charge? Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, right from Warri here with this phone, Sujimoto Real Estate is paying me, they are paying me 7 figures to train their staff on retainership, on customer service. Customer service, yes. Warri Boy, yes. In my house, online, yes. You can do the same. Good place to clap, right? Good place to clap. More than a verse now. The stories are all our story. So if I can do that because I deliver value and focus on customer experience, you can do the same. You can do the same, and that helps build your brand. So let me share one way we can build for sustainable growth. The one way we can build brand for sustainable growth, and that is what Mr. Jollof is doing, is by giving back. If I do business with you and pay you money, and after that you move away, it's good. You have made money, I've been satisfied. But then what is the extra? I tell people that customer service is the extra that you add to the ordinary. Jollof is different from every other comedian today because aside from them doing shows and collecting money from us, how many of them has empowered us? How many? So in your business, you must look for a way to give back. Many of you need to go in that your small food business. Look around your area and say, these children around here, let me take 10, let me take 3, and empower them. All of us know, say, you get as the town be, you know. You get as the town be. For you to be sustainable, for you to engrace your mind in the heart of the customers, you must learn to give back. Number 2, and finally, you must invest in education, empower your audience through knowledge sharing and information. If I go now, I would have said what I want to say, but let me say this. Wisdom does not end in acquiring. It starts in acquiring and ends in application. We have been here since morning. As a panelist, as a speaker, I have learned a lot of things. But what differentiates men from men is what you do with what you learn. My question to you right here is, what are you going to do with what you learn? Jollof said it very clear. Start with what you have. Start with where you are. Start now. The Chinese said, the best time to start anything was yesterday. The second best time is now. Ladies and gentlemen, you have only now. Start now.
All right, keep clapping. So much wisdom, nuggets embedded in the words he has spoken to us today. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we are all tired. We'll be going for a short snacking and refreshment break. But before we do that, there is an exhibition village going on right here inside this premise. So the convener of the Delta Fest Business Summit, and of course the rich and famous fest happening on Sunday, he would love to take us on a tour around the exhibition village. When we come back, we'll have our snacks and refreshment, and then a little few minutes to network. And don't forget, the big one for the day, someone or a lot of 2 persons or 3 going home with something very ojile. When they call it ojile, we did it last year. They did it last year doing Stevie. They did it last year. They gave out grants in the tune of 400,000 naira and 200,000 naira to 5 different persons. And it's not going to be different this year. So if you were thinking about running, you might want to have a rethink. So please join the convener, Mr. Jollof, as he takes you on a tour to the exhibition village. And when we come back, it's refreshment and snacks. And then we'll have our last speaker for the day. Thank you so much. Please don't just go and look at the exhibition village. Make sure you're buying something very little.
The purpose of the exhibition center is for us to see more businesses and connect with businesses that are exhibiting their product. And after that, we'll come back and we'll listen to Charles Freeborn to give us a speech. Then we will reward creativity. We'll reward creativity and we'll do a lucky dip. One of you might go home with something huge. Something huge. Somebody say hallelujah.
Rabadosh! Remember something huge. Don't go home. You just might be the lucky winner for our grants this year. So please, ladies and gentlemen, go to the exhibition village, carry your contact cards, and remember to exchange your contact cards with someone you're just meeting for the first time. Thank you one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
Arriba. Digabo.
As we dey chop and dey go, now wait till we show you go see. For here now only now can be. You suppose know how it be. They say no white teeth for Bini. Say now only white dress they Bini. And we dey press and dey go. As we dey feed the mood. Your babe dey feed the mood. And I dey in the mood. Loud your speaker volume. Cause you are feed the mood.
What's my white job, my friend? What's my job? What's my job? What's my defeat the mood? Defeat the mood. It dey match on. What's my socks free?
Both man they feed the mood, I don't cook, you must chop and enjoy the food. Both man they palate and they feeling good. They your whip, now both time me I they use, Both man they raise and palate and they feel like they press and they raise and they mash and they go. Both man they press and palate and they feel like they raise and they raise and they raise and they go.
What's my white job, my friend? What's my job? What's my job? What's my defeat the mood?
Say I took the talk, make I show my work. She tell me say left not done by done. Say coach my done, money done the boss. I'm single, I'm not searching. I'm tired of the talking. I'm only for the money. On my feet to walk up on. I'm single, I'm not searching. I'm tired of the talking. I'm only for the money.